I fucking love my Blood DK build I set up. I didn't think I'd like Death's Caress as an ability, but I actually kind of do.
Tenubala.
Tenubala! Why are you yelling at me? Alright, let's see. Now that we're live, because I pushed the button. I just want to start playing now because I've been sitting here talking long enough. Let me set my Discord to push to talking on. I'm not reading all my quest dialogue and everyone's hearing it twice. Which button is mouse for? Okay, it's the first one. This is the mouse 4 button. Next we'll learn a great... Oh, what the hell? Oh no.
Walk in the moonlight. Our destiny is at hand.
What's this? Oh, fascinating. It must be an ancient artifact of great importance. What?
Huh.
We will need time to study it.
I didn't even notice we had a holy paladin in this group.
Dude, Holy Paladin is like sleeper good. There's some dumb talents you can take as a Holy Paladin, but Holy Paladin has a couple really nice builds to it. I really like how that's set up. I like all my healers more than all my DPS classes now. I don't know why. I just suddenly like, dude, healing's fun as fuck. Why have I not done this? Like, oh yeah, because healing was dog water for years. Dragon's expedition requires your assistance. Skyscribe was sent to the ruins to gather information. It should be uninhabited, but I can hear his shouting from over here. He must be in dire circumstances for it to be audible at this distance. On this expedition, we will take care of our own, even the insufferable ones. Seek him out and protect him from whatever danger he has found.
We shall endure.
Alright, what do you think? What do you think this guy's getting assaulted by at these ruins? Zolthros Runegazer. Just come to this expedition just to lounge about in a faraway land? Preposterous. I'll get this camp up and running one or another. Have either of you seen the threads where people are like, oh, they took all the war out of Warcraft. Horde and Alliance are supposed to be killing each other, not working together. I'm just like, tell me you haven't paid attention to the narrative without telling me you haven't paid attention to the narrative.
How are ya? Off with you.
The dark times will pass. The reckoning is at hand.
Crafting trainer, huh? Beauty and power be one and the same. Artisans supply jewelers' specs.
My competitors.
Looking for a jewel crafter, the Artisans Consortium has asked me to craft some spectacles for their customers. Me, like I have time for this. You can do it, yeah? Deliver sundered onyx loops to Hephaestus at the Ruby Life Shrine. Oh, sick! I can get some cool stuff out of it.
Everything here can
What am
be
I crafting?
halfway price.
Dude, they have fucking like profession quests and shit again.
Yep.
But they're very important. They get you knowledge.
Check in again soon.
And the knowledge is a scarce resource, as I've learned.
Yep.
I don't think I have the item unlocked for this, though. I think there's only so much knowledge you can get per week, too. They don't want you to, like, blow through it all.
Well, of course. And the thing for me right now that's kind of locked out is, I can't do one of the Artisans Consortium's weekly quests because people aren't putting up things that I have for crafting orders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so I need...
have the, I can make the 284 ring. And I can... Yeah, the 284 ring I can make, and I can customize secondary stats on it. Oh, wait, no, I can do it on both of my things now. That's right, yeah, I can just do secondary stats on my jewelry. Which is helpful. Did I say 284? I meant 384.
Don't worry, I've said that a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, I just learned Dragon Isle's crushing.
Yeah. You can crush your shit gems to try and get a different material.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Only the finest goods. Do
I
not
need to get to
leave
10.
anything handy.
Couldn't even make the thing I need for this quest. I need friggin' level 10. And I got the Mystic Sapphire, so now I can make... Need a misshapen filigree to make that one?
Take a look.
I like this little, like, first craft system they put in. 14 has that for its crafting, and you get, like, a bonus for actually crafting something for the first time.
Coin or barter, I trade it all. I specialize in fine imports. Everything here can be had for a price.
Yeah, so it's actually just joined a guild. Speaking of not having a guild before, I just joined a guild. People are getting the dragon riding achievements. And yeah, there are nested ones. There's initially dragon racing completionist, which is just bronzes, and then they got silver as well.
Oh, okay.
At the same time.
I got a limited diamond, whatever this epic one is. This highly desirable diamond is acquired by jewel crafters when prospecting ore from the Dragon Isles.
It's
Okay.
for the epic gems.
Oh, okay. This gem dust is a pain in the ass to get. There's only 3 levels? Are you kidding me? They certainly didn't make it easy to get levels in this. Alright, I actually can't get any higher. Oh my god, I've got so much shit now.
Browse at your leisure. I'm here if you need some wares. Do not leave.
A bunch of new patterns. Can I make any of these? I can. I can make This one I can make and it won't take 308 item level? Holy shit. I'll make the ring then, because I need the gem from the necklace to make the other thing for the quest. I got a Band of New Beginnings with crit, haste, and a socket on it. And it's a 308 item level, level 61 item. Holy shit. I have a gem for it, so let's throw a gem on it. I guess we'll get rid of the Taciturn Keeper's Lapis. Yo, I finally got rid of all the verse.
Come to trade.
Old print bifocals. I can make inscription glasses.
Rousing my competitors. You will be back.
Fuck, I don't have any Severite ore now because I ground it all up into gems, but I need that to make these lopes.
Always got stuff to offer. Keep an eye out for anything useful.
Alright, push to talk's actually kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, fishing node. So I found out the book for learning track fish isn't only from those boxes anymore. Like it used to be, where you'd get you'd fish it up from like the salvage things and like classic BC and Wrath, you just fish the book up. Yo, it's Islefin Dorados, the green fish. Didn't even realize what node this was. The interact key working with fishing is amazing, though. I don't have to worry about losing my bobber anymore. Alright, I need ore. The Nelthazan Ruins. I found ore. A detour. Yo, what? Path of Frost is usable while mounted now. Okay, now I can make the loops. Oh, that's cool. It's like a little like magnifying glass thing for jewel crafting. Where's this dude? Do not presume to know my intentions. Correct my spelling again and I will tear out your pages. I think he's yelling at his book.
Suramar ascends.
Ancient magic coalesces in these ruins. We must investigate.
Night guide you.
Well, of course I am shouting. The book will not listen. What else am I to do?
Walk in starlight.
Good, I was just thinking that I am in need of an adventurer like you. Strong, sturdy, willing to work for a trivial sum. As if I willed you into existence. Well done, me. These ruins seem to have brought the attention of others. We cannot rely on them to excavate it properly. They will taint the samples. Take this. Deploy it around artifacts of interest around the ruins. It is enchanted to perform any necessary duty.
The Nightborn shall reign.
Okay. Sundered Flamer here. Would you trust anyone claiming to be sundered with precious artifacts? I do not think so. Regardless, we need to know what they are here for if we are to proceed. Gather what you can recover from them and report back to me with your findings. There are more pieces to this puzzle than what we will find on the ground. These were the guys that fucked off back in the Drakthir start.
Yeah.
They were like, no, fuck Nosdorma, he's an asshole. Which is fair. But
Accurate.
at the same time, perhaps not the smartest course of action, all things considered. You mean invalid target? How did I hit you from literally a billion yards away?
I don't have a target. Still.
Well, Drakthir might be casters that Neltharion made to be super casters, but a caster's still a caster and I'm a Death Knight.
What, you don't...
No, it was more the Death Knights were literally built to be the caster destroyer back in Wrath. That was the whole point of their existence, is casters are too strong, how do we balance that? We make a class that's able to just fuck them up. Turn this up and turn this down a bit. Seems a bit loud and I couldn't hear what you said.
I need to get closer.
Cat, guess what? I can't see the screen now because you're in the way. I still haven't watched that video you posted, but what is that video about anyway?
We've discussed it so many times.
Yeah, but I keep remembering I haven't watched it, and then I keep forgetting what the hell it was about in the first place.
It's just a look over the history of how sociologically WoW has moved towards this idea, not as as fact, but just as feeling, really, that if you suck at Warcraft, you are actively hurting the play of other people. It's hard for me to describe because it's an hour-and-a-half video about this shit. It's really hard for me to describe quickly.
No, that's a fair synopsis, but it leaves me curious enough to alright, maybe at some point I will sit and watch that at work this week, and I have time to just sit and watch an hour-and-a-half long video. Holy shit, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You're not good at WoW, which could mean you're either just not good mechanically at the game, or you're new to the game, but you're actively hurting everyone else playing the game by being bad at the game. I can understand a degree of where you're coming from with that, but it's still are you sure?
Again, it's from an outside perspective. It is entirely it's not his opinion. It
is
this
is just an observation that was made.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can definitely see where that observation could come in. There's a point of making go, Yeah, I can see where you could come to that end result of, yeah, this makes sense to me. This is how it looks from the outside. But the idea of that is like, it's so ridiculous. Like, you kidding me? That's like boiling it down to the most toxic of toxic play styles.
And you've actually kind of described a lot of what he says in the video, like in your thoughts about the game, actually.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely. That's why I said I can agree with it, because I've experienced that. Like, that's why I tell people don't pug. That's why I tell people vet your guilds, because finding the correct group of people to play with is extremely difficult. And there are people in this game who ride or die on effectively the elitist jerks mentality. It's you play only the best thing. Anything less than the best thing, you are actively memeing on and ruining the game for everyone around you. And it's funny because where that actually starts is the guild leader of Limit. Max says that all the time and prefaces it with, I'm clearly joking and like making a joke here. The problem is that Max is also a large-scale streamer and has a very, very significant following and is the leader of one of the best guilds in World of Warcraft. People are fucking stupid. So when they hear him say that, they don't inherently hear this is a joke, it is satirical, it does not mean a damn thing, you don't have to play the most optimal thing to do any of the content in the game. Everything in the game can be cleared with the least optimal options in the game, and that is 100% a fact. Everyone doesn't hear that because they hear, the guy who plays the game the best has said this is the best and is the only thing to do. And people will attach to that satirical viewpoint as if it is literal fact, because people are fucking dumb. And that's where it's the funniest part is, it all comes from that. And a lot of it does come from the idea that people who have a following don't understand the responsibility of that and the impact that has.
This is why I always say the same. Anything can play. You can play anything and be a top percent of whatever player base you're trying to be at. People just go against and think meta is king, go for meta, what the top players are playing, that's what you play. It's like,
oh yeah, but it does come from and that does stem from a portion of there is a social dynamic aspect of playing a multiplayer game, and nobody ever wants to be the carry. Like, no one wants to be the one getting carried. I don't care if I'm getting carried. Honest to God, I would prefer, if I'm playing a mythic raid, I want 19 other people that can literally haul my ass through the whole raid. I don't want to fucking have to put the work in. You guys be good at the game. I'd rather be there like, I'm gonna shot call because I fucking know what I'm doing. I don't have to be good at the game. I just need to make sure everybody else is better than I am.
Yeah, I've had people tell me my opinion on that is skewed. And I'm like, why? They're like, because you think very lackadaisical. And I'm like, no.
You think very lackadaisical, but at the same time, you also have cleared all 36 mage towers, played since vanilla, multi-gladiatored, and clear mythic on the highest difficulty of the raid every single tier.
I was literally the 12th best tank in the game in Warlords of Draenor, and I was playing the spec that no one was playing in raids.
But it's one of those things of people should be more inclined to listen to what you have to say. you come from a perspective of experience.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I was having people fucking message me day in and day out in Warlords of Draenor going, what do you use for, like, balance druids? Because you're one of the top druids on the server. And I'm like, I'm not a balance druid. So, like, but you have DPS logs. Yes, if you look at them, they're fucking feral logs.
I don't play balance, I play cat. Dude, cat druid is so much fun now. They fixed everything about cat that I didn't like and kept all the good parts about cat that I did like.
Yeah.
It's so much. Like, I was leveling that druid up, and it's just like, holy shit. Now I see why John's played this since vanilla. This class is fucking amazing. I'm sitting there playing like, the fuck have I not had one of these leveled all these years? This is amazing. This is so much fun.
Yep.
Our era has come.
These ruins are ruined.
These times are troubling.
They're still looking for something? Then why did you bring me this garbage? I have to find it before they do. Some black locust thing whispered to me.
The Nightborn shall reign.
Rip.
I pulled a dumb and forgot that flight form's not a thing.
What form is not a thing?
Flight form's not a thing in Dragon Isles.
Oh, you tried to fly and then realized, oh no.
I hit my hotkey for fly, like I
Oops.
shift scrolled build down, which is for travel form.
Yeah. And then realized,
And
wait a minute.
Did I get the
Fucking-
exact same thing I already have? Of course I did.
Fell to my death, and I'm just like,
I honestly, I died a couple times in the wildlife preserve area of the Waking Shore because you had to go up on top of stuff, and then there's the big elite dragons, and I kept aggroing the big elite dragons and couldn't get back on my Drake, so I was like, well, I guess I'm just dead, and just jumped off and died. Because they have like 600 billion health, and they're level like 65, and they're all elites. Like, I'm not gonna
Yep.
try and kill this. I might be able to pull it off, but I'm not gonna fight this for 6 minutes to avoid a death. I'm just gonna jump off and take the
well, there's
The L.
been many times where I've fucking like have like done quests and shit,
Walk in
and
starlight.
they're like, oh, this is for like a it's a 5-person quest, and like I'm a prot warrior.
Yeah, I've run it, I reset up my blood DK setup and I really fucking enjoy it. I wish you could see your talents and the other specializations from the talent window, but that's not in the game.
Yeah, at least on K-Sign, there's probably a way to do it.
Hey, my jerk.
Because that are crazy, you know. You are not.
I like that you can just change talents and adjust them however you want, whenever you want, like
Oh yeah,
outside of combat.
that's a very, very nice thing.
Yeah.
I think the one place they're still restricting it's going to be keys, because they don't want people hot swapping shit mid-key,
Yeah.
which is
Keys
totally
for,
understandable.
You can change it before and after the key, but once the key starts, your talents are locked.
I hope that at some point they decide to like take the gloves off with Mythic Plus and like stop just making a bunch of shitty, annoying affixes and give us like, here, just have a shitload of power, go fucking crazy.
Well, here's the thing that everyone's mad about well, not mad, but they're laughing at healers with for season 1 of Dragonflight. Week 2 of Mythic Plus is bursting Grievous.
Yeah.
That sounds bad, just because those are bad words, but...
Bursting is any time an ad dies, it puts a debuff on you that does damage. Grievous is if you're below 90% health, you get a stacking bleed on you that does damage. Every single Mythic Plus that they're having in Season 1 has giant AoE packs.
Sure does. I wish that they would give us more
That week
kiss
is now considered
affixes.
the fuck your healer week.
Yeah. No, I wish they'd give us a bunch more kiss affixes, because realistically the game doesn't need to have all these curse affixes.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to have a bunch of affixes that are just fun. Like, this is a week to just push keys as far as you can go with them. And everyone's the people who get mad at that and are like, oh, but then you'll have people doing keys they shouldn't have anything. Like, no, the skill ceiling will just go higher. The people who are good are gonna go to fucking an even higher difficulty. They're gonna go to like plus 40 keys, while everybody else can get to plus 20 keys. Like, just fucking, you just change the fucking the goalposts.
The skills, like, okay, fucking hot take. Skill ceiling on fucking keys has never been high.
No, it really hasn't.
Just player skill is the problem.
Honestly,
that's the
you want
one thing that I will fucking
the
defend
real
like a
hot
madman.
take is keys got fucking buffed on difficulty because they were too easy, and no one wants to accept that they were too easy.
Literally, what they do every expansion, and people don't realize, is they make every key level go up by 3.
Yep.
So at the end of Shadowlands, when we're in pre-patch, every key you did, like if you did a plus 12, it was a plus 15 difficulty. Did a 23, it was a 25 or 26. I was doing 24s keys, which were essentially doing 27s, and people were looking at me going, "How are you surviving this shit?" And I'm just like, tank.
You just tank the damage. would consider tanking the damage.
There's been times where you'll find this funny, but Andy won't because Andy was there, and I did it to Andy. I looked at him in Battle for Azeroth and was like, "Hey, you want to do a key?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'll do one just to see how it
Fucking
goes."
ruined keys for me
Didn't
for
tell him anything about the key, what key it was, or anything, and threw him into a 15 King's Rest.
Yep. I'd
for
never
his
done.
first
I
key.
had the last time I had done keystones was in Legion. Legion keystones didn't have affixes. They just made the dungeon
They
difficult.
had affixes, but they only had like 2, and they were really simple affixes always.
No, this was like the first initial like run of Mythic Plus when they first came out.
Oh, right,
where
right.
it
That was,
just
like,
scaled up
the
damage.
first season, yeah.
Yeah, they just got harder. They weren't
Yeah.
like, oh, these are, you know, more dangerous. Like, no, they're just things hit a little harder. That's basically the whole thing. That was
Yeah.
what I did. So then we get into this, and everything has fucking all these like affixes, and they're doing all kinds of damage and shit. And I'm like, bruh, what the hell is this nonsense?
Yeah.
Like, he almost completely ruined keystones for me. It was really funny.
I also have people that I know they're not good. I don't want to say that they're not good players because they are for what they do,
May your feet find good
but they're
friends.
not at like my skill level. And all the time they're like, oh, they'll hit me up and they'll be like, hey, we want to get a key done. Do you want to, like, you know, come help us out? I'm always like, yeah. And then we get into the group and I look at the keys that we have and it's like 6s and 5s and maybe an 8 every now and then.
And your keys average between like a 21 and a 23, I think, at the end of Shadowlands.
Yeah. And people are like, well, we could do your key. And I'm like, no, we're not doing my key. And they're like, why? And I'll just link like a 24. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Monday too, so I really didn't care about my key getting bricked. And I was like, let's just go in and see what happened. First pull, everyone dies except for me. I kill the pull, and they're like, yeah, we're not doing this.
I would argue the only thing I like actually can keep up with you skill-wise on is if I'm healing for you, and that's entirely because it's buffered by your ability to tank.
Yeah.
Like, I can absolutely keep up healing high-level keys, but it's exclusively because of the fact that your tanking can buffer that. But that's what that's what group designed content is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know.
But I've also had many times where I've pissed off healers while tanking.
God, dude, no, you're like the fucking best tank in the world. Anyone who gets mad at you for your tanking are healers that don't understand that when you have downtime, you DPS.
Well, no, it's not even the downtime of DPS, it's the fact that I don't stop.
Yeah, you do tend to chain pull pretty hard sometimes.
I won't chain. I'll chain pull until you tell me you need me to stop.
Right, which is a lot of the issue is a lot of people don't understand how to communicate. Dude, hold on, I need mana.
Yeah.
I am incredibly glad I just remembered that fucking Soulstone, you don't have to pre-do it in farm.
You don't?
Yeah, you can just cast on them when they're dead.
Oh, right, yeah, it's a battle rose now.
Oh, for Soulstone?
Yeah, because
Dude,
I just saved our healer.
Yeah, so I was going through getting the slime cat mount. So I was raid leading through pug groups. I had to go through 4 warlocks that did not understand you do not soulstone before we pull. You soulstone as a battle res. And it took until the 4th one to finally realize, until he finally went, oh, my bad. I'm like, dude, you need to stop hitting that. We need that for in the fight. But that's how it works. I was like, dude, that's how it works in fucking Classic. It does not work like that in retail.
The only time I will not be upset with a warlock pre-soulstoning somebody is if we have 2 of them in my raid team, and we always have one to free soulstone one of our healers for white protection.
Right.
If it's a boss that we're doing like progression.
But when you have 1 warlock, no.
Yeah, if you have one warlock, then no.
No, you do not, and you never be a full stone if you have one warlock. It's exclusively if you have two.
Or you have another class in your raid that can battle res.
Right, which at the time I had a shitload of paladins coming in. This was before paladins were able to get their where paladins got their battle res.
Which I think paladins having battle res is meh.
I feel like it's an incredibly good move, honestly. Paladins needed a little bit of extra to keep themselves relevant. They were really starting to... I think that was the easiest thing to throw paladins to get them, you know, a little bit more desirability in a group. Because otherwise, what does Ret bring to a fight besides I do damage? And unless they do I do big dick damage, you're just outclassed by everybody. You don't bring utility. When have you ever seen a Ret Paladin actually hit those buttons? The fact they have them means nothing if they don't use them, and almost every Ret Paladin doesn't use them, or it wouldn't be such a fucking meme.
I mean, probably at the keys he's talking about, they should be using it.
Oh no, that's the thing. They don't. That's the meme, is no Ret Paladin uses that part of their kit.
The Ret Paladin that we had in the guild before he quit raiding, we would have him use Bop and Sack all the time.
But John, we all remember the Ret Paladin in Legion, whose name shall not be named, but literally 99% of Ret Paladins are that guy.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Fuck it, rant time. This paladin made me literally want to fly to his house and beat the shit out of him.
This guy was a fucking clown. This guy wasn't just a clown. He was the entire circus.
He tried to explain to me that I didn't know how to tank a boss because I was dying on the boss, and I looked at him and was like, look, dude, I'm dying on the boss because our other tank, who is our raid leader and guild leader, is too fucking stupid to taunt at the right time.
He sure was. He sure was.
He was like, okay, fine, next fucking pull, turn all of your add-ons off, because I know you use add-ons, and raid call the fight. I went, okay, turned all my add-ons off, raid called the fight, we killed it, and I looked at him and was like, you want to fucking talk?
No. No, wait, no. He did try to talk, actually.
Yeah, he
couldn't shut his fucking mouth. He tried to defend himself.
Yeah, and he tried to tell me that, oh, it's because we progressed the fight so much. I'm like, no, dude, it has nothing to do with progressing the fight. It has everything to do with I know the goddamn mechanics.
Yep, you knew the strat. This was also the guy that, mind you. So, gee, to get this in clarification, this is the same guy who's a Ret Paladin. Ret Paladins have that baseline buff for Ret Aura that they get Avenging Wrath. At the time, was you got, 10 seconds of Avenging Wrath every time somebody died? So he's trying to talk about how he's fucking got top damage on the meters and shit to our friend who was, at the time, literally #1 Death Knight in the world. There was no one better than him at the game. This man was doing 180 fucking key presses a second as a Frost DK. He had 100% uptime on Breath of Sindragosa. It did not go down. That is a 2-minute cooldown. That burns 14 at the time runic power per second.
That's a lot of key presses. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I'm still trying.
There were times. I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't the fact I lived with him. So I watched him do it, and the fact of he literally did the top 100 parse he got up and had to shake his wrist out for about 5 minutes.
Oh, did I get another of the exact same thing I have? Oh, good, it's not. But it's still not all upgraded.
And to put into context too, the only person who could beat him in DPS was me.
And it wasn't even like you'd beat him, you'd keep up with him.
There was a few times that I beat him, but that number I'm beating him by is like a tenth of
We're talking like a tenth of a percentage. Like we're a nothing number. So this fucking paladin tries to call his ass out like, oh, how come I did more damage to you on that one? I thought Jeremy was gonna go through the fucking computer at this kid. Fucking rips him down so fucking hard that he had to get up and walk away from the fucking computer for like 45 minutes. Like, he's like, I don't even fucking look at this fucking game right now. I don't want to fucking talk to this guy. I'm ready to fucking kill somebody. I was like, I've seen Jeremy get upset. I've never seen him pissed. Like, I was terrified. I was like, dude, you good? Like, you be alright? Like, he's just a fucking, he's some no-name fucking, he's like, no, this prick, I fucking see this kid, he's fucking dead. He was fucking pissed. This kid said the wrong shit. And he's fucking playing Rhett, and he's doing top damage on wipe pulls because people are dying, and he's getting Avenging Wraths as people die. Like, literally, the worse the rest of the team plays, the better his damage is how the class played.
That's funny.
Yep.
The funnier part is, so you remember what he couldn't get that I fucking second tried? After it was, like, super easy to do?
Wasn't it the red challenge?
Red challenge in the Mage Tower. I got it second try. This kid could not fucking finish it. It was the funniest shit in the world.
I still laugh.
Not that the
every
Mage
time
Tower
we
was
talk
ever
about-
actually difficult. It was fucking hard if you did it in Nighthold gear. The second you were Tomb geared, it was easy. If you had
I did
Antorus
it
gear,
in
it was
Nighthold
free.
gear.
I mean, shit, you did it with what? The one legendary you needed to cheese marks with, and then, like, greens? Because it was that easy to do? The fucking Affliction Warlock one was completely fucking free with the legendary. You just walked in and got it.
Here's the thing, when I did the Affliction Warlock one, I didn't have the legendary.
And it was still fucking, dipshit easy, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Like, there was never a challenge, but so then they remove. The best part is they remove the appearances at the end of the expansion, right? So you can't get them anymore. The Mage Tower comes back, and everyone's like, well, put the appearances back in. There are people who add me like, no, they have to keep it out of the game because they said they took it out of the game and it wasn't coming back in, and there's prestige to getting it, and everyone's like, bro, what prestige? The Mage Tower was never hard. It was fucking easy. Put the shit back in for people who didn't play the game then.
Yeah.
Like, well, why remove it? It was never hard. There was no prestige to doing the Mage Tower. Oh, you can farm nether shards? Wow. Congratulations, you can literally farm useless currency. Because that was the only hard part, was farming the nether shards and the broken shore to challenge the damned thing.
Like, here's the thing that pissed me off even more when they made the new Mage Tower, and people were like, oh, it's so difficult, blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
so easy.
I literally went through in one day and got the book.
Yeah, it's a joke.
And people are like people in my guild were just like, how? And I'm like, dude.
Because it's not hard. It was just so undertuned. Why do you think they took it out when they put the new talents in? It would have been even easier. They're intentionally taking it out so they can actually make it a challenge. Because they recognize, like, okay, it's too easy. I hope when they put it back in and, like, update it for all the new talents so that the fights actually work, that they just go in and go, yeah, you just get your weapon appearances for the spec you did it as, and you get your armor set for the class you're playing. Just put it all back in. Fuck those people. You know? Just give those people
getting the weapon appearance would be nice, but...
I mean, most of the weapon
me,
appearances for the Mage Tower all look like dog shit, so... Most of them look awful.
The only real ones that I cared about was the bear, the prop warrior.
I would have liked the Resto Druid one, but I didn't have a Druid back then, so there's no way I would have gotten that one. The two I cared about were the Prot Warrior, or Prot Paladin and Rep Paladin, because those actually looked good. Like, most of the other ones looked awful.
You're welcome.
Honest to God, like, the funniest part is I had you do the Prot Warrior one, or Prot Paladin one. I really didn't even need to. The Prot Paladin one's super fucking easy. I didn't even need to have you do it. I went back and did it fucking on my Paladin and was like, wow. I didn't get this because I made a mistake, but this would have been super easy. Why did I not just do this myself?
I can't believe I just noticed this about Brackenhide Hollow. There are more than 5 options for the Tuskar to free.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing this now. I'm like, that's some routing potential, I guess.
Yeah, there's like 20.
Okay.
I've seen a sickness like this once before in my life. I had hoped to never see it again. Let's get back to questing. This is why I'm never going to hit 70, because we keep getting distracted with anecdotes from like a decade ago.
Yeah, there's like 20 different Tuskar you can open. There's like 6 or 7 different routes that you can do for that dungeon.
Cool. Like, I'm just doing heroics here, right? And I'm just learning this as I go, right?
Yeah. I've already got like fucking routes and shit for every dungeon for Mythic Plus.
Oh, these Sundered Flame aren't actually evil. They're just mind controlled. I hold no
am
love for the
just
Sundered Flame,
interested
but
in trying
even
to-
I cannot
trying
stand
to, like,
idle.
do keys on method because it looks a lot of fun. Because it takes the ideas that I've kind of been used to in classic recently of the whole speedrunning and makes it like crazier and crazier as you go.
Yeah, it's basically keystones. I hold no love for the Sundered Flame, but even I cannot stand idle while they rip themselves apart like this. It is all too familiar. Whatever this locust is, it is safer in our hands than in their clutches. Follow the trail of bodies and I suspect we will find it. Do be careful. I worry we will find that the nest is not quite as abandoned as it appears.
Maldine.
Let's go fuck up whoever the hell's mind controlling these Drakthir. Mind control is very illegal.
Stop it. Get some help.
Right? I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help. The Black Locust just picked up a magic card. Oh wait, no, different Locust.
Locust. I think it was intended to be a reference like that.
It's probably as close to a reference as they wanted to do for it. Getting fucking Soul Reaper now is a fucking
I'm an idiot.
boss
I
death
think I'm
knight
actually an
is
idiot.
dumb.
I just blew up my imps right as I summoned my fucking tyrant.
Oops.
Because I'm on like a mini council boss, right? It's the Trick Totem, the first boss, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, multiple targets, blow up my imps. As I summon my tyrant. Oops.
Whoops.
No, you summon your tyrant, let it do damage, then blow up your imp.
I know that is the point, but I fucked up. It's what I'm saying. I am saying I am being bad.
I keep looking at my druid going, I have one more level. Just get the level. But I don't want to do it.
Huh. It's really cool that you can jump when you're in the water. And then rocket yourself up with the Proto Drake.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Oh. I guess I'm stuck.
Time to chill.
How fare you?
Never forget to take a moment to sit back and appreciate the beauty of where you are and where you've been.
Farewell.
Prozon, that's really good wisdom. That's a good wisdom. Dragon of the Tower, what is your wisdom? That's a good wisdom.
Did I already do that this week?
Greetings.
Oh,
Our era has
Thank you,
come.
Andranos, you've been most helpful.
Walk in starlight.
Black Locust. Oh, dude, we get fucking the Spiked Throat unlock. I'm doing this quest. For the Proto Drake?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting weird, like, flickeriness. I don't know what's going on right now. Lighting's acting up. Really is quite enticing, isn't it? The Locust was too much for the Sundered Flame. However, it fits just right in my hands. Funny that.
I've seen a
And
couple
Denendal
times where the
takes his head.
skybox is like just broken and you can see the pixelated boxes.
Yeah. There's been a couple weird visual bugs I've noticed. Which is
Well,
honestly
the thing is,
normal.
like, those small things that happen, it's just like, oh, whatever. It, like, cool.
Right.
I'm not upset by it.
Perhaps not this day, not again. Take it from me, that is not my burden to bear. Goodbye, dear friend.
These times are troubling.
I wonder if
Watch
this
your
guy
back.
is just some Nightborn, or if he's, like, somehow related to Ronus. Because that's all I can think of
Dude.
talking to him is the Ronus quest, where Ronus just didn't want to fall to become what he was, what was going to happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I really liked how they did that. Like, all the way to the end, he didn't give up on that. It was a really good character.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because one of the best characters of fucking Legion wasn't even, like, a character that made it through the whole expansion. There was one zone for one set of chains.
Ashtarastinil.
Something to show me?
I need more haste. I feel so slow.
Markings are ancient, but they bear a resemblance to other artifacts we've discovered in and around the ancient machinations of Deathwing. Further study is necessary.
Night guided.
This will that will.
Alright, tree mouth.
Treebeard?
Time. No, tree mouth.
But Treebeard was such a cool character.
This guy's not so cool.
Oh, you don't have to be at the customization thing to learn the dragon riding appearances? I'm an idiot.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I've been holding them onto them and dragging them on there. I was like, can I just use this now?
It's too far away.
Oh, that's weird because it immersion fucks with the workbenches
See anything new?
because it hides the interface.
I'm here if you need
Because I have the hide interface feature active.
Yeah.
So trying to use the profession interface or profession tables to open up the menu,
I have just the
like it gets all fucky.
Yep. Now time to go from Dragon to.
Oh shit! I just
fucking-
realized you can fucking double tap jump to do your glide upwards on your dragon.
Yep. Nice little shortcut there.
It is a good feature.
Can
I wish they had
get
that
some
for
gear,
normal
please,
flying,
Alex?
where
That'd
you
be
would
nice.
you could engage in flight on double tap.
At least you can get gear from heroics.
Yeah, got him.
What? I'm confused. What do you mean?
Because he's so fucking geared, he
Because
can't
you're
get
so
geared
far
anymore
ahead,
on his
crazy.
fucking warrior.
Interesting. Interesting.
The burden of wealth over here.
Oh, yeah.
God, John, how's it feel to suffer from affluence? He's so out of touch, he's disconnected from the common man.
It sucks.
Oh, so these guys are daily quests.
Which ones?
There's one group of Centaur for Call of the Plains. They give a bunch of dailies. Clan Alag.
They're
No,
the
don't
hunts are world
start
quests, yeah?
doing that.
What?
There's the thing that you can do once you hit a certain like renown level with one of the factions, and it's picking up piles of dirt.
Oh, that one, yeah, the dragon skill one. I have that.
Yes, I keep like getting distracted and going and doing that instead of what the fuck I'm supposed to do. And it's like, no,
I mean,
no.
That's how you know. That's how you know the expansion is good, right there. Is when you want to engage with the random optional thing because it's fun. It gives you when that kind of stuff is fun and gives your brain the good chemicals. Like this is a well-designed video game.
Have you gotten the rock climbing quests yet? I'm sure you have with how much you
Dude,
played. Yeah.
I honestly, the cataloging quests I've seen, and there's one other one for the expedition. I'm really interested to see what they're doing to rework archaeology when they have shit like that being world quests. The opportunities for archaeology to get a complete overhaul is really interesting.
Move here, road, but that guy could see us. He had detection.
Oh, true sight, yeah.
Yeah. I know it as detection from fucking StarCraft. Even though I played a lot more Warcraft games than StarCraft. I initially learned the concept from fucking StarCraft.
So what are
I
these?
used to piss people off in StarCraft.
Are these daily quests just gaining supplies and rep?
Yes.
Yeah. And renown.
Dude.
There are some side quests though that will give you like gear, but those side quests are usually like go kill this mob.
And yeah, they do scale up with you. So if you actually want
No, it's
gear
like
later.
super cool though that they're actual daily quests. Like those haven't existed in a long fucking time. Everything became world quests with Legion. Now we actually have like proper go to this place, do the dailies, interact with the game NPCs. Not go here, talking head, tell you do thing.
It's not really daily quests. It's more like every 3-day quests.
Well, I mean, these are got the blue exclamation. I mean the blue exclamation point being on NPCs.
Yeah,
the blue exclamation points are what I'm talking about. Is those got replaced with world quests, and we haven't had proper like quests in a very long time.
Yeah, blues are now like weeklies. Every blue quest I've seen has been a weekly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we might do those later then if they're weekly. I know there's like a Monster Hunter style thing out here that's like a clear like, oh, the devs were playing Monster Hunter when they were coming up with ideas for this stuff. Like 100% they've played Monster Hunter. I've seen tweets of effectively the Meowscular chef kind of cutscenes.
Yeah, man. I said something about that.
Yeah, you mentioned it too, but I was like, bruh.
Oh no, I've gotta replace my Heart of Azmaroth because I found something with higher item level. Oh no! The Heart of Azmaroth is amazing!
I love that it literally gives the stats that the Heart of Azeroth gave.
Mm-hmm. That whole questline is fucking funny as shit, though.
Yeah, that's in Theldraszus, I think, right? That's in the last zone.
Yeah.
That's where the bronze Dragonflight is. Because I'm still out here doing all the side quests. I'm supposed to be helping Marithra and the Centaur, and I'm like, yo, side quests?
Ooh, piece of candy.
I honestly, like, the way they've done this is really set this. That and, like, using the immersion add-on, this game is set up like I'm playing a Final Fantasy expansion right now. It's so good. Like, I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy, but it's World of Warcraft, which is just like, okay, now I'm playing Final Fantasy, but now I can't, like, be frustrated with combat. Like, it feels so good to have a story that I'm like, well, I'm deeply invested in all of the main story and all these side characters, like, mean something. It's not the plastic printer that was fucking Shadowlands or the collective clusterfuck of storytelling that BFA was, because BFA had the same problem Legion had, and it had, here's a ton of cool stories that we're going to start and not finish, and no, we will not elaborate. The hell did I just pick up? Hornstrider Lasso. Lasso a wild Hornstrider, allowing you to temporarily ride the creature? Yo, where's one of these dudes? Let's go. I just saw something sparkling and I clicked on it. There's a bunch of mammoths. Where's the fucking Hornstriders, though?
Oh, and a certain place, too, Andy. You'll get, world quests that are,
I keep forgetting that's your actual name.
Yep. The only reason me, Drew, and Freelance all use aliases is because all three of our names are Andrew.
But you'll get world quests that are doing the dragon riding races.
Yo, I was worried that like after doing them once, I wouldn't have a reason to go back and do them, but that gives me a reason to keep doing them is even better.
That's what I was telling you. That it's like, oh man, suddenly 600 gold world quests for these, like.
Oh yeah.
Each, and you have
that's
one
what
for each
that's what you were talking about then. You just said said like 600 gold from a world quest. That's crazy, and I was like, oh dude, fucking the daily renown things you did in Shadowlands would give you like fucking 3,000-4,000 gold just for doing them. Which that was done because they wanted to counteract the cost of legendary crafting, which that was a complete fucking cluster. I'm glad that's like
I
dead.
did specifically state the reason why that was surprising to me is because I'm used to classic.
Yeah,
questing.
where the gold was significantly lower back in the day. Granted, that hasn't stopped people in Classic from having ridiculous amounts of gold.
I mean, yeah, I spent like 16,000 gold on a GDKP the other day.
Which to me is fucking insane. I remember trading Primordial Serenites to my buddy Jeremy back when we were playing in Wrath, because he gave me the gold to buy the remaining parts I needed from from K7 to finish my Mech Engineer's chopper.
Your hog.
And I remember grinding badges for like 2 weeks. So 2-3 weeks so I could buy him Primordial Serenites, and that was how I paid him back, because I didn't have a way to make that kind of gold back, and he just happened to have it because he'd been playing so much. So I gave him the Serenites so he could make his gear for best in slots, so I could make my Mech Engineer's chopper.
That was pain.
What, the Primordial Serenites or the chopper?
No, what I was just trying to do.
Oh, what did you do?
At a certain point in one of the, I think it's Dragon Scale Expeditions, you'll get these things called high points that are all around the map in Waking Shore and every zone. And it's 250 rep for just planting a flag and watching like a short cutscene.
Pretty nice.
Hey, so I just got
But
an
the
email.
problem is they put one like really high up on this really thin ledge, and I was trying to land on the ledge, so I was spinning like for like a good solid like 2 minutes around on my dragon, trying to like lose momentum enough to land on the ledge.
It's fucking great. So I just got an email, Cider. My sub just refreshed again for you.
Oh, nice.
What roads have you traveled?
Who are you? Ordvin sent you? He actually reads my letters? Radius snorts with surprise and pleasure. Thank Onara.
Stay sharp.
Gear? Of course no gear.
My heart awaits you.
Alright, come on, Race. Let's go.
I'm grounded indefinitely. Doesn't my own know that I'm turning 16 next spring? I should be able to leave when I want to. You look like you could help me out. I do have an escape plan. By channeling these totems, I'll concentrate the air and create quite a stir. But I can't go around placing them because I'm under maximum wind watch. Even Togo won't help me. With your help, please, I promise I'll show you something cool.
Already?
I'm what?
You're 69.
No, he's at Renown 9 for the...
He's done all the quests.
Oh, I forgot that you fucking do that.
I don't even have the Maruk Centaur faction open yet. What are you talking about?
No, for Dragon Skill, he's saying.
No, for Centaurs.
Oh,
I don't even have their renown open to earn renown with them. I'm just doing
He's
the side
doing
quests.
sneaking out.
Oh yeah, that is...
Yeah, no, I haven't even turned in Murakai yet. That's what actually unlocks the renown. I got to there and was like, oh, there's side quests. Let's go do all the side quests.
Yes, but what I'm trying to explain is once you finish that quest line, you find a thunder lizard named Lizzie. There's a week-long shit that you have to do with Lizzie. After you do that, you get Lizzie as a mount.
Is that what the Tatema Thunderspine thing that all the thing was telling me? Like, hey, keep this fluid. It's important.
Yes.
Okay, so I've started gathering the items for that already.
You need the fluid. You need the woolly mammoth pelt. You need a fish that you get from fishing, and leaves from plants.
Oh, the Thunderbite piranhas. I already have 8 of those.
Thunderbite piranhas, yes, and you also get like a leaf that you can get from plant mobs.
Oh, okay. I started finding those in the Waking Shore, and I was like, why does all the things have a thing? These are items required to gather for the thing. Okay,
yeah,
well, I'll keep these around. They must be important.
If you open up your mount journal and type in the search bar Lizi, it'll show you the mount that you get at the end of the quest line.
Lizzie Thunderspine Trample. Oh, dude, it's fucking... Nothing will stop Lizzie from her mission to eat all the world's fruit.
Yeah, it's the updated Kodos.
That's fucking cool.
And when I said that, people were like, it's not a Kono. I'm like, bitch, it's the same fucking skeleton.
Kodos and rhinos are absolutely a genome that's a deviant of each other.
Yeah.
Goda Lodo fixates you with a beady stare. Her keen eyes are seeking different air. A few breaths, some dust, and some fire incense would suit. This gives something.
I'm also I really like the vibe of the Ruby Life pools.
Oh yeah, that dungeon was actually pretty cool. I really liked that one.
There's one that I don't know if you know all the dungeon specs, because I don't want to spoil it.
I know
if you can see
Ruby
my
Life Pools because I did it. I know Uldaman because that was the pre-patch event, and I know the Nakud Offensive because I watched that one on I watched Bellular run that one when he was doing some testing.
This is
so there's a dungeon later from like not Thaldraszus, but the second to last zone Azure Span that is a really cool dungeon as well. That I think is my favorite of the expansion so far.
Weather is turning. Blessings to you for the road ahead.
Yeah, I ended up just tanking the Ruby Life Pools because waiting in queue was taking too long, so I just switched to Blood and ran it as... That's when I realized, oh god, I didn't change my blood talents. That it's all fucked. So it was kind of rough tanking it with like missing abilities and things not interacting properly.
The weather is turning.
Give me a rock climbing
What will
thing.
you do with these totems? Worry Ward, are you just like my own? Totem technique is
back up.
taught to
That's a
Olanir's
water
Wind Sages. I snuck into Togo's class and picked it up on the first try. Relax, I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Radia huff, she looks eager to get for you to get going. Okay, why are you grounded? Do I look like a criminal to you? I just wanted to see my friend. I didn't even travel that far. I can still see the geysers. War is so strict since the Nakud declared war. Own Maloon doesn't let me do anything on my own. Radia grounds herself in the dirt with her hooves, collecting herself. You gonna help me out or not? Oh. Okay, the totems are placed then.
Hey, Andy.
There's all the pulls.
Huh.
Check
Get
something
go.
real quick. I just got a treasure that's here, right?
Hang on.
And it said, look. So,
Uh-huh.
there was a treasure right here.
Yeah.
It says, look for the cave that's behind the waterfall. How the fuck would you find that cave?
That's called playing Legend of Zelda. I've
Yeah.
checked. I have literally jumped into every waterfall I have seen. In the even in I've been doing it even in Pokemon. I've been like, ooh, cave behind the waterfall. No. That is something I learned back in fucking Zelda 1 for the NESs. You check every fucking stupid bullshit because they hide. Devs will
It's like a
hide shit.
trope. Like, it's a trope to go behind the waterfall. And
Yeah.
like, find something secret. Like,
It's like a given. Like, yo, waterfall, treasure, fishing hole, where be? Oh, they're fucking Threshadons. Threshadons are back.
Mm-hmm.
We really are home. We got more temporal dragon heads. I love that you can use the interact key with fishing. Dude, I'm really excited to go through and like tame all the different colors of bird on my hunter. All the birds out here in the Dragon Isles look amazing.
There was a, so I think it was on the Asian servers. Someone found out that there's a secret spirit beast that you can tame,
Oh?
and it looks like the Keystone Master Mount for Season 1.
What is the Keystone Master Mount right now?
Hailstorm Armadon.
Oh, you can tame one of these motherfuckers?
It's a spirit beast version of it, yeah.
That mount's pretty fucking cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's the Keystone Master Mount. A lot of people are mad. They're like, why are you giving us a ground mount for
Ruby Welch.
Keystone Master? At the same time, I'm like, you're pissed about the Keystone Master Mount being a ground
then.
mount, but you're not pissed about half of the mounts that come out of Dragonflight we're not going to be able to use for the first half of Dragonflight, because guess what? You can't use them. You can use them as ground mounts.
I mean, I
It'd be nice if-
personally love ground mounts myself.
There's
That and
a
it's-
rare...
that and I have a fucking Dragon Rider mount. Why would I ever use a flying mount ever again unless I absolutely had to, because Dragon Riding's not in the zone I'm in.
There's actually a rare in the plains that drops an egg that turns into a mount, but it's a 7-day cool. It's got a 7-day.
Yeah, it's
cooldown
got
on
the hatch timer on it, like the one. That was the one I
Yeah.
farmed out in fucking Maldraxxus. That ended up being a shitty looking mount, and I was mad. I was like, wow, I fucking wasted 3 hours grinding this egg for no reason.
Oh, the netherite eggs.
No, I
Or
think I'm missing still like
Necro
3 or 4 of the netherray eggs from
I'm still missing the necro egg that comes from the fucking Paragon box. And
Dude,
I've
fuck those
opened
things.
270 of those fucking Paragon
Yeah, fuck those
boxes throughout
things.
the whole expansion and never gotten one.
Mystic training is so boring. I'm watching water be wet half my days. My brothers are already out in the wild hunting drakes and primalists and making a difference in the world. Anyway, I promised I'd show you something cool. Did you know mud stompers love bush fruit? It grows nearby among the geysers. Go pick some so we can feed them
Where
together.
the wind take you?
Where fruit, though? Am I just fucking not seeing it because of the color on the... Well, over here I can see you have to feed the hippos. Oh, I still got my fishing pole out. I love the new elementals. I really hope there's a gif, or not a gif, a glyph for shaman to make your elemental look like these guys.
Yeah, the new elemental designs are pretty sick.
Yeah, they did a really fucking good job with that.
Like I'd mentioned in the Discord, I had been playing the shaman a bit too.
You did what?
And pretty much playing the shaman enhancement as well.
Oh yeah, you did mention your level 1 enhancement. I really like I normally love enhancement, but then I tried elemental and was like, dude, holy shit, Ellie's really fun right now. And I'm not even playing like the ridiculous like I want 17 different buttons and like all these stupid power up pre-press buttons to make my damage go big. Just the core rotation of elemental shaman is just fun as fuck. But fucking dude, resto shaman, holy shit.
I'm like really a fan of the whole idea of, okay, what is this mechanic? I don't understand how to not get knocked up.
For what?
The second boss's trash. When you get targeted by the Blazehound Destroyer, and there's a big orange circle around you.
For what dungeon?
Ruby.
On the second boss, there were. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you I can't get targeted by it because I was tanking.
Yeah.
That might be why. This is Mythic Plus dungeons. Ruby Life Pools isn't in Mythic Plus this time. On Kokia Blazehoof, right?
Yeah, the trash before it.
Oh, it's just on the trash mobs. It's not on the boss.
I'm not sure if the Blazebound Destroyers are the same ones as in the trash.
They are.
So yeah, it's an ability they're doing, in addition to their big explosion thing. And I don't know how to not get knocked up by it, or if it's just a you
don't stand in the circle.
If you're the one targeted by it.
Yeah.
If you're the one targeted by the circle that follows you, don't stand in the circle.
Is it knocking you up if you're the only one in the circle?
I haven't tried to like have other people in it yet, but
I
know there's like the big circle. Yeah, there's a lot of damage to get out of it.
That's a tank mechanic. Slams a molten boulder in the ground in front of her, inflicting fire damage to any player it touches, knocking them back and stunning them.
That's the boss. The Blazebound Destroyer is the ability I'm talking about. But now we're on the boss, so.
I don't know. There might not be a way to deal with it. That just might be how those trash mobs work. They might just suck. Like I don't know. It might just be that easy. As the trash in that dungeon just might suck. I may not have seen it because I may have been just using Death's Advance to just ignore it. Because Death's Advance, it works like an ability that exists in Final Fantasy XIV that tanks and melee damage get. Called Arm's Reach or something? I don't remember exactly what it's called, but effectively all it does is it makes you immune to abilities that would manipulate where you're standing as a player. So you can't be knocked back, your movement speed can't be adjusted. Death's Advance does that. It just goes, for 10 seconds, your movement speed is increased by 35%. You cannot be slowed below 100% normal speed. You are immune to forced movement effects and knockbacks. Oh. It would appear it is very stormy on the plains suddenly. I would be led to believe that's probably the primal storm thingies are active out here if you guys are looking to do that at 70.
They're not active yet.
Oh, they aren't? Then it's just then it just got really dark and stormy then.
Probably for a quest you're on.
Nope. I'm literally just feeding mud stompers. It was just very abrupt as I was walking across a lake.
Yeah, it
Here? With actually good stats for me? Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no, they put weather conditions back in the game with Shadowlands and at least Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and in a couple of the vanilla zones now have dynamic weather again. Like they did in, Classic and Burning Crusade, and a good portion of Wrath of the Lich King, they still existed. I think Wrath Classic's patch was fixed to make sure they stayed in. But dynamic weather is back in the newer zones, and they tried to do it with Shadowlands and the weather conditions there suck. Like, Bastion had a weather effect, and its weather effect was effectively, oh my god, I just get hit with a chaff grenade. Maldraxxus's weather effect is, oh no, I can't see anything. I don't think there were weather conditions in the other two zones. I think those were the only two that had it.
Ardenwold had meteors that fell.
Oh, it had a star. Oh yeah, no,
Revendreth.
yeah, Ardenwold had a star shower that I think I saw twice in the entirety of the expansion.
Revendreth, it just got darker.
Then I'd probably never noticed Revendreth, because Revendreth was always dark and moody and impossible to see in. But yeah, Bastion was literally someone just threw a chaff grenade in Metal Gear Solid, and Maldraxxus was, oops, no contrast. That was basically the weather conditions. Which was funny, because I remember when I started playing Classic WoW at the time. Or was it Classic? Or it might have been Burning Crusade. I came back to and played because I could play Draenei and Blood Elf, which is probably why I came back for BC. But I remember walking around in Elwyn Forest and Westfall, and then going, holy shit, this game had dynamic weather in 2005. Where did that go? Why is that just gone? Because I remember it just disappearing during Cataclysm, and they couldn't explain why there just wasn't dynamic weather effects anymore.
Land.
They just forgot to put them back in when they fixed the old world up. And then they never put them back in until, like, I want to say it was very recently. I want to say it was like patch like 9.1, 9.2 is when they actually went back and finally put them back in the game. Seems they like you, or just the fruit. That's okay too.
Farewell.
Animals are comfortable around you. That's a good indicator of your spirit. I love how a lot of these quests are like, it shouldn't work like that because I'm a Death Knight, but I like the idea of it works like that because you still have that part of you. You didn't lose that in death. I like that. Oh, John, I did notice too. I don't know if you picked the Ruthless Killmonger options in Legion on a Death Knight, or if you've done Death Knight yet, but I remember how I went through and was doing them, and I kept picking the no, that's not who we are options, and I kept like being against what Bolvar was doing, like this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. I think they actually have those question choices like saved as a variable somewhere in your account files, because Alexstrasza didn't do the call you out as a Death Knight thing, but that does exist in the game. So if you were like, fuck yeah, let's kill those red dragons, I'm making a mount, instead of going like, whoa, Bolvar, like, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. Then she's like, I remember, I didn't forget about that. Whereas in this one, it probably recognizes that you were doing what you had to, and that wasn't a choice. You know, you didn't have the choice to not do that. The threat was very real, and that's why you did it. Because there's I get different dialogue than a lot of Death Knights in Acaris even, because I was like, well, Nazgrim, I'm not gonna let you stay like this. Like, you come in, give us a hand, and you can go right back to death. And he was like, all right, cool, we're good with that. You know, like, I treat them like people. I didn't treat my people like, you are a tool, and I will command you, and this is how it will be. Like, nah, dude, like, doing this because the shit's gotten real, so once it's over with, we can all go back to what we were doing. It's just, you know, we need help.
You know, I thought this would be a change in the fucking heroic/mythic version, that the last boss of real life pools, all the lava pools stay forever.
Yeah. that tracks. That would make it a little bit more challenging.
It's better
the
to
pulls do move though with the, yeah.
Spread or move?
That shit fucked me up the first time we were doing it. I was not expecting them to start moving around, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm constantly in these. This is not going well.
Yeah,
I was not prepared for that.
More challenging. They used to just be static, cool. So you could pretty much just place them in one spot.
Right, you just kind of drop them wherever.
Towards the later, yeah. They changed it towards the later parts of the beta.
Yeah, no, them moving is a way better design. That is such a cool mechanic. I was not expecting it. I was like, oh no, I'm dying. This is bad. Uh-oh. No, that's a way better setup. I hope that never changes. That's a fantastic mechanic. Actually, can you keep a secret? I want to introduce you to my friend. Nobody else knows about her. You have to promise me first that you'll keep this between us. My own would exile me from the plains if she found out.
Where will the wind take you?
I will keep the secret. Follow the path around the lake and meet me by the small grove. Okay. Oh, it's like literally right over there. Man, these storm clouds really made it fucking... It really feels like right before it's about to just fucking pour with how dark it got. Like, visually, they've done a phenomenal job setting up little things like that. That's not to take away from anything else. Everything else is actually fucking incredible.
Huh. So I'm not sure if it's a skill, like a literal skill issue in the game, but it seems that disenchanting right now is not very profitable.
It's not.
I guess there's too many greens flowing because of everyone questing and shit.
Questing and just doing shit around the world.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of greens from doing things like,
So I'm trying to debate if I want to just freaking vendor all the greens I'm getting and then buy the dust for my enchanter.
Yeah.
The dust and shit. But
Oh, I'm like, what the hell does this
if
mean?
there is a higher skill thing for disenchanting. It's better stuff. That feels like something that could be a thing.
I think it's under the talents.
Go to
So you can get
Lodo's
better stuff
stairs,
out of it.
beady
There
and
you go.
accusatory.
I think it's either better stuff or it's
More
more
stuff.
quantity.
I mean, that's where you can get from like the multi-craft, probably.
Yeah.
Either way, I have an enchanter. I'm going to use them, so might as well
Right.
send greens to him. Get them stuff to get them leveled.
This is hilarious.
You feel airy and weightless.
Ah, heroic Oldemon. Let's go.
One of my friends needed me to tank a quick mythic for him, and he just now realizes we're about to be on the third boss that I've been in battle stance this whole time.
Oh, dude, it finally started raining. It doesn't just abruptly change to rain. It got. That's what getting really dark was. Is it slowly has now progressed to it getting stormy out here. That's so fucking
Yep.
cool. Shoutouts to the fucking programming team. God damn, that is not easy to set up. I've seen the back end of what dynamic weather installations do, and holy shit, getting that to work properly is a fucking programming nightmare.
Yep.
Oh, I'm fucking hitting everything because I've got Remorseless Winter going off. Oh, I pulled everything. It was really funny still the other day where I fucking, I was like, oh, we'll just kill all of it. That's not what I meant. Accidentally the everything. I lived through it because Death Strike's really fucking good.
I love tanking a mythic in battle stance.
Honestly, I don't see any reason you wouldn't tank in battle stance.
From like raid, I probably won't for the first little bit. Just
From what I've seen Sloot and Bajira talking about, it's virtually worthless to ever even use defensive stance as a warrior in general.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to be like the big thing with warrior right now is the defensive stance has no reason to exist. You do what, 20% less damage and then take percentage less damage, but you already
20% less damage, you deal 10% less damage.
no. So they did at least adjust it. It was 20%.
Yeah, but there was a small nerf to Prot Warrior, but it's not at all fucking nerf.
It literally is a meaningless change.
They upped their threat gen. They upped all tanks threat gen from 550
I saw that. I
to
don't
650.
see why you would need to, but maybe they were seeing something I wasn't experiencing.
I don't know. I've never had an issue with tanking or with threat.
Right. I'm thinking maybe it was like gear discrepancy is what caused it. Because there are some classes that have just gone absolutely apeshit damage wise, and maybe that's where they were seeing an issue. What was the actual change to warrior though?
One of our talents, they lowered the amount of self-healing that we get from rage from like 8% to 5%, but they increased our rage gen.
What talent was
Which-
that? I feel like I'm talented into that. Was that Battle Cry or something?
No, it was. I'll pull up the post and read it again.
I remember reading it. I know what talent it was. I'm like, am I talented into that? But then I'm like, I'm not on my warrior right now, so I don't care.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't even think I'm talented into the fucking talent that they're
Right, like it's the
talking
talent
about.
they adjusted. I don't think
Oh,
either one
dumb.
of us talented into it. It's like one of those like, this sounds cool, but compared to the other options, like why would you take that? This is a cooler button to take.
Yo, fucking dude.
It's you, thank Anara. I was pretending to be hurt to fool the next brute who dared come in here. Though the Hooflickers put some binding spell on me, I'll figure it out. I've got
The
Lizzie in the cave.
Hooflickers.
Please save her. I'll figure out how to free myself. Do what you have to
Off
do.
with you then.
Is that a slur?
What?
Is that a centaur slur? A flicker?
Probably. Just like how a Norse slur is a milk drinker. Which I find hilarious. It's one of my favorite, like, stupid slurs that have existed over the years for cultures is milk drinker. Like, oh, okay. Storm extractors. Joke's on you guys. I have seen Vergosa again. She's back, and she's angry. That'll be interesting. The Syndragosa shows up at a point in the Azure Span I remember seeing.
She shows up in
Okay.
the dungeon.
Yeah. I was about to...
Wonder how
I was-
she'll
I was
feel
holding
about
my-
me animating her bones to deal damage.
But here's the thing. It's not actually.
No,
like,
it's a like construct of her.
Crosswords Fury now.
Yeah, it's a
Simulacrum.
visage.
Yeah. I remember, I only know this because I remember seeing the image and everyone was like, oh no, she's hot. Cindy's like big energy and it's great. Like, every artist for World of Warcraft art that I follow was immediately like the second someone they saw Syndragosa's visage model, everyone was like, oh, she's adorable, holy shit. And then all I'm thinking is, you are fools to have come to this place.
I like how the demon hunter that's in this group for my friend was just like, oh, it's a prot warrior. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably be second on DPS overall. Because
Dude, I was
talking about their
fucking,
DPS.
I was fucking doing like 11k DPS as blood in that fucking Ruby life pools. It was hilarious. I was popping the
Well-
fuck off.
Well, they're like, oh, prot warriors don't do that much damage. Overall, right now, I'm sitting at 29.4k.
Good lord.
The only person above me is a demon hunter who's just as geared as me, and he's doing 32.
Jeez, dude. Yeah, my dude, I was doing 11k on my Death Knight in life pools, and I'm not even built for damage. I built fucking vampiric blood.
Oh, I'm built for damage.
Yeah, you go like big dick on the damage. I like being literally untouchable. I like the invincibility tank builds.
I still am invincible, but
Yeah, you just do more damage while doing it. I'm just like, hey, hit me. No, man up and
Yeah.
hit me. I said man up and hit me. Perfection.
fuck it, I'm not moving.
Lizzie is exhausted from being subject to storm extraction. Her large, glassy eye fixates on you, and her body is tense and slightly hunched. She really does not trust your presence yet.
You alright there?
Then Lizzie noses at your pack where you have an extra brush fruit. I picked up an extra brush fruit. Here, you can have it.
Have you done the academy
heart.
yet?
A what?
Me?
Yes.
Thanks.
This is
You.
sacred land.
The Academy dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the last boss, how it's got that circle around it, and it usually will do like a massive fuckload of damage to people if you stand in it?
Sure.
On Mythic, it
Stay
hit me for
sharp.
2k.
Huh. I'm still not sure which
Universe
mechanic
boots.
gives you the damage buff. The damage debuff that's actually a buff.
Yeah.
I have to
I'm
bring
not sure
her
which
home.
mechanic
My
does
own
that,
may ground me
'cause
for
I
the rest
wanna
of
stack
time,
that as
but
much as
Lizzie must get
possible.
help. Sorry, this was
What
more
was
trouble than you
it?
signed up for. If you wouldn't mind one more
Yeah, the
adventure,
energy
please
bomb
face my
is
own
supposed
wrath
to
with me.
do-
Meet me back
See
in the
you
spring.
soon.
39k to people. And it did a whopping 2.
2? A whole 2?
2k.
Oh.
My health. Here's the thing. My health didn't go down because it took 2k of my ignore pain.
Oh, dude, Ignore Pain's so much better than it was when they first introduced it. Remember what that was when they first gave us that ability? We were all like, bruh, this is awful.
Yeah, because when they first gave us the ability, it increased your bonus armor.
Yeah, it was the fucking dumbest fucking ability they ever... I think it's such a bad design stat that I forgot bonus armor existed.
Yeah.
That's
Just
how
like,
bad it was.
in,
I don't even remember it.
I was in Touchpad's stream and he was talking about old warrior stuff, and someone was trying to like ask him a question about like what was the weapon spec that they took out in the game when they redesigned what weapons warrior can use, and before Touchpad could even answer it, I just put in, I was like, Polex spec.
Oh yeah, Polex spec did exist, didn't it?
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah, because Rogues had the... Because I remember I was playing combat at the time, and Rogues had the axe, sword, and mace specializations. Which was the funny thing, because, like, mace did, like, a chance on hit to stun or something, and it was like, why would you ever take this talent? This is fucking stupid. On top of maces were slow, and it was like, why would you want a slow weapon as a rogue? Which, I mean, yeah, you said it. PvP was where you would want it.
Yeah, because of the fact that you would wear Dragon Strike, you'd be mace spec combat with Dragon Spike, with the Dragon Strike mace in your offhand, and then the Reborn Dragon Strike mace in your main hand. Because if you wore both of them, they both triggered their stuns at different time because they both did not have an internal cooldown against each other.
Do all three of us remember what didn't exist back in the day?
GCDs.
Nope, diminishing returns.
Yup.
You could literally just infinite lock people because it never reduced the duration of the stun.
Well, here's the thing that was really funny about that, because I actually had a rogue in our in the PvP team that I was running, because we were assholes and ran Feral Druid, Combat Rogue, and Holy Paladin.
Yeah.
We were assholes in PvP. I will hands down admit it. Because
we
your
sucked.
healer
That's just how it
cannot
was.
do shit, because guess what? You're stunned for the next 10 years.
Yep, you're stunned until you die. This is what it is, sorry. You deleted.
My favorite PvP team that I ever had, we were called Pop-Tart Corn Dog.
Pop-Tart Corn Dog.
And it was me as a Feral Druid. We had a BM Hunter, because BM was nasty in PvP, and a Disc Priest, and we were Jungle Cleave. And we went against a mirror match, but they were under geared compared to us. And I just looked at him and I was like, okay, you go after the Feral, I'll go after the Hunter, and the two Disc Priests can smack each other.
Which is basically Shadow Word Pain. And then run around in circles with Power Word Shield.
And it was, we'll see who kills whose target first. And he goes, okay. And right as the match started, I sprinted out, found their Hunter, and in 5 seconds was like, not but 15 seconds after the match started, I was like, okay, Hunter's dead.
Oh.
And he goes, what the fuck, man? The match just started. I'm like, I said I was gonna kill it. I killed it.
And that was in the age before dampening existed.
Greetings.
Yup.
Lizzie's gonna be alright. You saved Lizzie.
You saved day one of Lizzie.
Don't underestimate the beast you brought back. They're not pets. Her name is Lizzie. Where'd you learn how to do that totem trick? I snuck into your class. Well, color me sky blue. Don't stay mad at your own. She won't admit it, but she was worried sick while you were gone.
Alright, let's see.
I like how the Wind Sage isn't mad. They're just more impressed, like, you snuck into my class and I didn't notice? Impressive.
Yeah. Alright, I gotta jump Discord for a little bit and talk to guild people.
You're
We
good.
got recruiting people that we're gonna talk to.
Oh boy. Good luck.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have to deal with that garbage.
I don't. I just have to sit there because someone's trying to convince everybody to tank, and I'm just gonna come in and be like, no, fuck you.
You think you want that, but you don't.
Yeah. So, I'll be in chat.
Alright. I found a room.
Alright.
See ya.
I have lived.
Now we gotta
to
wait
see
for...
you return.
I gotta wait for my things to juice back up. I found a quest. What the hell? Initiate kitty leg. Kitty leg. It's initiate kitty
I
leg.
almost ran right into fucking Emberon's beam.
Straight into it.
Hold him on. Yeah, I almost ran boom. Because on normal, the last time I did this, I was yeah, he died too fast. So I didn't actually see this mechanic. The true classic mentality, kill it before it does something.
Huh. Oh, here we go.
I thought you might come.
Please don't hurt me. But you're here to help, you must save the animals. Save the animals? Emotional support companions is the quest. Nakud attacked without warning. We all fled for our lives. I barely escaped death by diving into the lake. The animals, we left them behind. Please, I beg you, rescue the creatures. Who knows what cruelty the Nakud have in store for them. Oh, I get a toy item from this. Call an appreciative critter to prepare a feast as a token of gratitude.
Good luck.
Animals are at Ridgewater Retreat nearby. Oh shit, we gotta save the animals.
Nope, gotta save the frames.
No. Saving the animals is saving frames. Proven fact. If it didn't save frames, we wouldn't do it at every year's GDQ.
They don't do it at every year's GDQ.
Actually, the last like several times Super Metroid's been there, it's won the donation pool. Specifically because it takes longer. So it makes the run that much. It's slightly longer. Like in recent years, I want to say the last couple AGDQs, it's always been save the animals.
I think I'm thinking of last GDQ then because they've not saved the animals every time for every...
No, it hasn't been every single one. There was a couple of them in a while back, but now it's become such a meme to make sure that Oats has to save the animals.
Man, some of the fucking talents with Demonology, I mean, it's just like a basic lock talent. The whole, you have a chance to not to refund a soul shard when you use it.
Yes.
Just go, oh, okay, I'm going to hand a gold down for 3. Oh, I'm going to hand a gold down for 3. Oh, I'm going to hand a gold down for 3.
Yep. You can literally just start spamming it so much that you just have a billion fucking imps all of a sudden, and it's fucking great. You're literally just commanding a small army. It is one of the best feelings.
When I heard about that change for Legion, I didn't end up going back in for Legion, but...
Oh, dude,
whole,
taking away the meta setup for fucking that and turning demonology into actual demon shit is fucking great. The people who bitch about, oh, warlocks don't have demon form anymore, to me is just go play a demon hunter. If you want meta, just go play a demon hunter. Like, that's why you were playing demonology warlock anyways, because you wanted a demon hunter and they weren't giving us the class. You know, it had nothing to do with, it had nothing to do with
it was originally
being
on
a
the
warlock.
Demon Hunter class or hero in fucking Warcraft 3. So
Sure
yeah.
was. They just didn't have a demon hunter class that fit into the game for any way they could build it, was why it didn't show up to Legion. And the reason it only has 2 specializations is for that exact reason, is they just couldn't figure out a 3rd spec for it that made any sense. So they just made 2.
Similar to why Evoker only has the 2.
Evoker has 2 more of because they were able to, they realized after Demon Hunters, oh, we don't need to have 3. We can just make it what makes sense. And it made sense to add another ranged DPS and a healer to the game at the time. Especially with it being, they needed a new male class, and then that was the idea they came up with. It was like, oh shoot, a mid-range caster and like a hybrid healer would make a lot of sense to put in the game. And the whole idea with the enhanced abilities is what made it even work in the first place, which is a really cool fucking idea. Now everyone's like, So, are we gonna get that on other classes? Because I'd be down, like, imagine that on, like, imagine that for aim shot on hunters. Or for fucking, Chaos Bolt. Like, that'd be fucking sick. There's a lot of abilities that would work really well on.
Or different, like, ideas even, not even necessarily changing up old abilities to do it.
Right,
Like,
you
there's
could
a lot
even
of
add in
ideas for
some
each
new
class
abilities
to-
that did
to-
it.
to fit in their fantasy.
Right. You could add some new stuff that's in. It's like, oh, this is a thing we could have given them a while ago, but we didn't because it didn't make sense. But now with this ability, now we can give them that thing. Like the fact that you can summon a Pit Lord now with fucking Demonology Lock is insane. It's so cool.
Alright. I was like, wait, why are we stuck? Alright, there's a fucking event in here.
There's a what?
The whole, you've played Ultimate. It's the Infinite Dragonflight coming in. There's like, you get stuck at one point. Because of the mini cutscene, right?
A what?
Can you not hear me, or
No,
am I,
the game was way too fucking loud. My ice attacks are fucking really, really fucking loud. I need to turn down game sound actually a little bit.
When the Infinite Dragonflight comes into Ultimate, you get stunned.
Oh yeah. You only get stunned if you stand in the doorway.
I noticed that the first time I came through here, but
Yep.
I was just like trying to go fast and.
Yeah, if you he doesn't stun everybody. It only stuns you if you try to go through the doorway. I blinked through it on my mage, and it was really funny because I ended up fucking all the way inside the room, but then didn't. Oh my god! Hang on. Doom and the Duckling. I gotta get a picture with this one. Check this shit out. Hang on, I'm too far over to what. I'm in combat, hang on. You gotta see this fucking duck, dude. Duck has the best fucking expression.
Okay, no one died. It's like, why aren't we pulling more?
Some people just don't like chain pulling.
And like, yeah, I guess.
There's a point, I don't mind pulling wall to wall, but there's a point where I'll stop pulling a shitload of stuff, mostly because it's like, I literally can't keep threat on all of this.
Yeah.
There is a point where like you just can't hit enough things.
It feels like every class has some sort of like innate cleave to all of their abilities. It feels weird to not have would you like to have like 3 or more mobs at once when you're not fighting the boss?
Yeah, well there is the cutoff is usually about 8 is where most things lay down at or you can't really go further than 8 because it has a diminishing value to it that's like 95% reduced damage beyond 8 targets.
Yeah, like my complaint here was that we had like 2 mobs instead of 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah. See, if you're only pulling 1 or 2 things at a time, unless it's a really big motherfucker, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know, maybe
that's
I'm
why I
not
was
getting that
confused.
Forgotten
It's like,
Dragon
huh.
treasure right this minute, because that thing's mean as fuck looking over there.
Okay.
There's a big-ass fucking Leo Pleurodon trying to eat my ass if I go for that treasure.
Daddy.
I saw purple and then was like, oh.
Could you not interrupt me, boss? That'd be cool. Oh, I'm about to get blown on. I didn't get blown on.
Man, it sucks when you get blown and it's not something you wanted to have.
Yeah.
This creature has been buried up to its neck in the sand. Why would you do that? Does that? What a douche.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I didn't really notice it in normal before, but how the end boss of Ultimate works. Like,
Oh,
he puts
the
tools on the
trick with the
ground and
pools? Yeah.
yeah,
Allow the
and then
spirits
once
to
it's
sing
bad
through
times,
you.
you go and get a buff out of it.
Yep. That fight is actually pretty sick. I like how they set that up. But honestly, like they did a really good job so far with the dungeons in this.
Where will the wind
You saved them. They're a bit worse for wear, but they're alive and will recover. Thank you, stranger. Please take this as a token of our everlasting
go
gratitude.
well.
Saved the animals. We got the Rock of Appreciation. The Aeriform spec. I need this for honor our ancestors, apparently. Hold on to that. A gray item that has a use to it, apparently. Weird.
Okay, yeah, you actually need to, yeah, there's... You definitely need to actually use this mechanic to damage the boss well enough to...
Yep.
I mean, there's no, like, actual scary timer right now in Heroic, but I can imagine it gets,
Yeah, you'll probably
you're
want to
not
make
going
sure you're
very
following
fast.
that mechanic to clear it on any of the keystones.
Yeah.
You can do it without actually optimizing the damage out of those circles, but it'll take you a lot
It's gonna
longer.
take an eon, yeah.
And the higher up the key gets, the more tight the timer is going to end up, so...
I managed to get 18.8k DPS on that one. That was the top in my little group here.
Where's the other one? It's telling me there's another... Oh, I can see. I'm like, where's the other circle that I flew through a ring already here? There's another one over there.
Oh, fuck yeah! This is a good trinket. Fuck yeah.
Oh, the one out
time-reaching
of,
talon.
the one off the boss in Uldamon? Yeah, that thing's fucking sick.
Yeah, 384 haste, and I can steal time and get the int buff.
Yup. Pretty good.
The Isles.
What else is pretty good?
welcome you.
Races. Oh, this isn't race. This is fly through 9 rings.
I thought you said racist for a second. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I'm just going full Kanye right now. Wow. I didn't realize it took me that long. 32 seconds? Really? We'll have to come back and gold this one sometime. Alright, we're right next to the rest of these, so we may as well finish the rest of them real quick. I am really glad that there's more than just race the circles. There's also there's different styles of races. I wonder if they'll add more. You know, come up with new ideas, add more race styles to these.
Yeah, maybe. Since I've actually been able to spend some heroics here. I still need 4 more Primal Chaos. Ugh.
I just leveled up by exploring as I'm doing the race.
Nice. What level are you now?
67.
Hell yeah.
I haven't finished the planes yet.
Hell yeah.
This one actually fucks me up a bit. I just caught the fucking wall there, and I'm out of fucking juice. This one, there's a lot of tight turns on it.
I'm actually in a little, like a 5 stack now, so I'm just not having to wait in a queue at all. That's nice.
It's always nice when you can skip the queues. Ugh. Yeah, that was rough. The River Rapids is definitely not an easy race. There are a lot of fucking, like, really tight turns you gotta make in that one. I like that, though. I like that they're not just, oh, I just blitz through this and I get gold easy.
And that's one of the basic ones. I haven't tried an advanced one yet.
Right? That's not even,
I
like,
can't
there's hard
expect-
ones I
can't
found
even
out from you guys. You guys are, like, advanced courses. I'm like, there's advanced courses? What? Like, these aren't the, like, this isn't the end, like, this isn't a, like, ankle-deep system? Like, there's more to this? What? I'm so not used to that. Like, there's more?
They add more courses in the future master level in future patches. Actually, that would not be a terrible idea.
No, that's a fantastic idea, actually. Where is this guy? Oh, here he is.
The Isles have awakened.
There's the last race of the... Oh, this is a fucking weird one. It starts off with a burst.
Yeah. If it's the one thing, yeah.
The one on the coast over here.
Yeah.
Oh, the tree! What is this shit?
Not the tree!
I literally landed like I'm perfectly on the tree. This is bullshit. I fucked this. I fucked this so bad. Yep, there goes all my momentum is gone.
Another upside of getting that time lost talent is its secondary stat is haste, which is what I really need because everything feels so slow right now.
Oh, that was bullshit. That's the first time I've actually like completely failed a race. The fucking tree.
I have lived to see.
Demolished.
Literally fucked. Fucking turn around that tree so I can fucking...
So I'm up to 354 if I don't wear my Heart of Azmerloth, but my Heart of Azmerloth is like better stat-wise right now because it's a necklace.
Yeah, it's really good. You're probably like, even without it being item level, it's worth just like wearing that because it's really strong.
Yeah, I would wear the item level to make sure I can get into like queues I need to, but
Then just switch it out once you get in.
yeah. I'm also with a group of 5 right now, so I don't have to worry about that.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, no, the necklace I got that's 359 is crit strike and versatility. Not so good for for demo.
Oh, there's a big fucking green barrier over here. What the hell? Wow.
Oh yeah,
I almost got gold on
the,
that.
You're by the Emerald Dragon area.
Oh, is that what this whole like... Because there's this whole big like... Oh, where are they going to put, you know, the next patch? Oh, I don't know. Or they're going to add something to the game. It's like...
Oh, no.
Big open circle here.
You go there in the questing, in like the main story.
Oh, okay. It opens up during the questing then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that everyone's talking about all night elves in this, and I'm like, if they're going to grow a new tree, man, I wonder where they'd put it. Man, I really wonder where they're planning on doing something in this game. Like, man, I have no idea. Where would they possibly be doing something? Crazy thing that, you know? Man, I really wonder sometimes. I don't know. But I feel like I have a feeling, but I'm just not sure.
Everything, bring on.
Alright, let's get the meme genes. Absolute Zero. Frostrum's Fury is a 50% reduced cooldown and all enemies hit for freezes all enemies hit for 3 seconds. I should have enough points left to also get Glacial Advance for AoE and then taking an Empowered Rune Weapon second charge, which is insane to have 2 charges on that. So Syndragosa is now a 1.5 minute cooldown.
Seems good.
Hence why it was called the meme genes. Those were Pants and Legion that did a legendary effect that did that. And they were the meme legendary. They weren't bad, but there were better ones to take. But those were that one and the one for Cold Heart that affects Chains of Ice into a damage ability was the other meme legendary. And it was funny because Jeremy did #1 DPS with the meme genes and Cold Heart for the 2 legendaries because he didn't have the 2 that were good, which were the Obliterate bonus and the Howling Blast bonus that added to making Breath of Syndragosa really good. And then when he did have those 2 legendaries, it was cracked because that's how he was able to get the 100% uptime on Breath. Because you had Obliterate is a 15% chance to trigger Rhyme, and Howling Blast generates 8 runic power while Rhyme is active. The other one, I think, might have been the meme genes, just because it was funny. Because, oh, it's 16. I think it was 14 in Legion. It might have even been 10 at one point, and they made it 16 to counteract uptime, but I think it might have been 10. But this was the Legion weapon ability for Frost Death Knight, was Breath of Syndragosa. It drains 16 runic power per second, continuously dealing frost damage every 1 second to enemies in a cone in front of you until runic power is exhausted. The trick with that was you could manipulate it by taking magic damage with Anti-Magic Shell, because Anti-Magic Shell, when you take damage, generates runic power. So you would literally be able to just manipulate all the runic power generation you can.
So you do stand in fire to get a buff.
Yes. Standing in fire was 100% actually a buff. You could degen the shit out of your damage as a Frost DK, and he absolutely did, but that's why he was Papa Emeritus, the #1 Frost DK in the entire fucking world. There was nobody higher than him. He was #1 by, like, a significant amount. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he's like a percent or higher. Like, no, it was like 8% more damage. It was really funny watching the DK class Discord just pop off. Like, how the fuck's he doing that? Excellent flying, Andronis. Your control of your Drake shows how far you've come as a Dragon Rider. In such speed, I trust now you know how truly freeing it is to fly like a dragon. Like, what was the dragon in Skyrim that takes you to Skuldafn? Be warned, once you have seen the world as a Dova has, your envy of us will only increase.
Oh. Sorry, I'm marveling at the fact that I'm making so many fucking imps with this trinket now.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Demonology is just such a satisfying specialization to play. Next stop, the Azure Span.
Like, I'm actually beating the Demon Hunters now, consistently. In damage. Because Demon Hunters right now are stupid.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Really fucking
They're pretty
pump.
good. Havoc Demon Hunter's pretty fun. Azure Span courses are a unique experience. Their high peaks, snowy terrain, and dense forest present plenty of interesting obstacles and challenges. While you were there, seek out my bronze colleagues and give their courses a try.
I mean, whatever, it's kind of minor spoilers, but Azure Span is Grizzly Hills too.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a spoiler. I watched the reveal for the expansion, and that's where I was.
Fair enough, yeah.
All right, you're putting Grizzly Hills back in the game. You definitely understand what players like. Now let's see if you can do it right. So then we got our hands on it, like, oh, maybe they can get it right.
We will not.
Do I have a new level I can get? Oh, I can get the Lex talent. Now my Thrill of the Skies will generate a vigor once every 10 seconds. One vigor every 10 seconds. Nice.
Come see me again.
I'm really enjoying not just looking up a guide for all those. Like, the fact of how not using like something like handy notes or anything, actively engaging the thinky part of my brain is just
Until next time.
it's so nice. Handy notes actively ruined so much of like BFA's world space that was really good because it was just go to this point, 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 and it didn't engage me in the game. Like, I would say handy notes would actively ruin this entire expansion for me. I refuse to use that into. There's another quest over here I didn't see. Cultural exchange. What the hell? I missed a mini quest. No, handy notes, I would say, is actively ruining the game for yourself. Don't install that. All the things is nice because it's a fun checklist, but all the things doesn't give you waypoints and markers telling you exactly where you need to go for everything.
I was right. I actually intuited a mechanic.
You did? Look, I figured it out and boss mods didn't have to tell me how to do it.
So, one of the end game dungeons, there's a boss that like summons a shield around himself and then a bunch of things come out. The first time we did this in this 5-stack, we
Where are your manners?
just like waited it out, but if you like kite the orbs and kill the orbs on top of them, it breaks the shield faster.
Imagine mechanics. They're not just for cars.
Well,
Outsider, you're proving yourself useful. Let this warm you in cold nights, and when it does, remember that we are friends. Hussein grins. I see you doing great things for our people, so we get
That's
Maruk cook. Oh, dude, I should take the I should take one of the ones I can't get the pieces for yet. Lounge around Maruk style, the very comfortable pelt. Or the comfortable pile of pelts. Rest like a Kanam whenever you go. Or taking that one. I can just buy the cooking pot from them now, because those unlock at level 3, I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't have 2 uncommon quality Severite ore. Ooh, uh-oh. Okay. Okay. And then the other ones take uncommon quality hides and then supplies, so I'll be able to get those on my hunter. Not my hunter, my...
where will the wind take you?
Ultaholic can tell me what skills have that. My shaman and demon hunter are leather workers and skinners, so they'll have the ability to get those. It was not an extra quest I found, it was renown unlocks. Renown unlocks that I haven't unlocked the Renown for technically because I haven't talked to Sansok Khan yet. Now we can welcome to Murakai after we've done all the other stuff. Major faction unlocked. I'm already level 4 with them.
With the
Maruk Centaur, and I just unlocked their Renown because I've been doing all the other quests. It kept stockpiling all the rep I was getting, so I got all the rewards still, but I didn't actually have the Renown unlocked yet.
yeah. Yeah, that just means like you can actually talk to the quartermaster is what it was, yeah.
Yeah, Call of the Plains was what was from that. The Alag Nomads will welcome. You know, you can still talk to the quartermaster actually. It was tracking the Renown, I just didn't actually technically have it unlocked.
Yeah.
So with the next level, so like very soon, like within 500 rep, I get Call of the Hunt 1. Join the hunt along the Shakar Centaur. Interesting. I love how this is so much better. Just a bunch of cosmetic fun shit to do now. Maruk are a people... The Maruk as a people are not staunchly against outsiders, but we do not require any potential allies to prove their worth. As you meet the clans and aid in our ventures, word will spread of your support. At the lower level of the Krutal on the hill, you will find one of the Kanam Mantra's daughters, who can help you see where you stand with our people. Oh, this is go meet the quartermaster that I've already met.
Yeah.
You know, I wish they would give Bosron a title. Because you can't actually pet Bosron, and it yells at you for trying to pet a service dog, but you don't realize it's a service dog if you don't talk to the Khan first.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think of that.
Because Sansok Khan is mute. She does not speak. So her homie signs for her. Okir, he's the interpreter, but Bosron is her service dog. You can pet every other dog that the Khans have, but you cannot pet Bosron because Bosron is working.
That is...
And if you talk to him, it goes, you extend a hand to offer Bosron pets, but he stays stoically next to his Khan. Bosron is currently working, and you should not pet service dogs on duty. Bosron should have a title. Like, he should have, like, the little guild, like, parrot title thing that says Bosron, service dog. Or Bosron on duty.
On duty.
I feel like that just would be a nice touch, but I do like that they at least put that in there of like, yeah, don't try to pet service dogs. What's fucking wrong? You see a dog wearing a service dog harness, like you don't try to pet that dog. That dog is working. The dog has a job to do. Unless the owner says, you know, go, no, by all means, go ahead. You know, but I think that's a nice little touch here. It's really cool. Clan Tirai is the clan of our Kanam Mantra, our direct connection to the Maruk ancestors. They are holders of our traditions and our storytellers. To understand the Maruk, you must understand Clan Tirai. One of the Kanam Mantra's daughters, Karlin Doter, is preparing a meal for our ancestors. Aid her, she will teach you about our people. Okay? Clan Onir. Mystics of our lands, like O Sashtang, belong to Clan Onir. The clan is not made up of families, but rather of centaur from across the plains with an innate connection to Onara. They spend their lives building that connection and owning their skills. Eventually, they receive assignments to advise different clans to protect our lands. On Sestang went to speak with her Khan about the omen she received. Join her to learn more about the Oni. Okay? Clan Nokud is the newest to rise to power. Their late Khan, Jakan, raised a mighty army to seize territory from their predecessors, such as the way of our people. While Jakan had earned his respect, his son has not. Alakar killed his father and took control of the clan. They have grown ever more insular since, but to know the Maruk, you must know them.
Clan
That just sounds...
Nokud can be quite aggressive.
That's vicious.
Kamul, accompany our friend to make their introductions.
Yes, my Khan.
They sound just like absolutely lovely
First, I
people.
get
I'm sure
stuck
I'll
being
absolutely
your
enjoy
keeper.
every aspect of my
And
engagement
now
with them.
I have
Holy
to
shit, dude,
introduce you to
Talvin's
the truth.
huge!
You're testing my limits.
Look how big this dog is. He's massive.
Big boy.
Talvin tilts his head to the side, his tongue dangling. He's
This
just a
is
big dumb
sacred
dog.
land. Farewell.
First I get stuck being your keeper, and now I have to introduce you to the Nokud. You are testing my limits 2 foot.
I am not here by choice. We should just get this over with.
I have the great unpleasantness of introducing you to Bahir, one of the Balakar Khan's thugs.
Go on then.
Hello, thug.
Time for me to depart. Enjoy your time with these thugs, Two-Foot.
Look at you,
I just
weak,
got
just like
I
those
just got
puny
humbled by the
hunters
demon,
that brought
the
you
demon hunter
here.
on this AoE pull.
Hunters are getting a pretty big buff on the next hotfix that's coming in, so... Marks is getting a flat 10% increase to its damage, and Survival is getting a flat 5. BM's the only one that's, like, performing right now. They're a little... The damage was a little undertuned, but everyone was kind of like, it's pre-patch, so we can't really gauge it for sure. Now that pre-patch is out, like, legendaries are gone, and people are touching 70, they're looking at, like, yeah, the numbers are a little low. Let's bump those up a bit. Because you never want to knee-jerk buff something when you're in the weird fucking pre-patch situation of like, oh, all the fucking dumb bullshit's happening. Like, no, just go fucking enjoy the dumb bullshit. We'll fix this stuff when everybody hits 70 and we can really get an idea what things look like. You want to know the Nakud? We speak through battle. Our battle ritual is called the Tabar. We train, we spar, and it hardens us. Now there is no weakness in our clan. Enough talk, go spar.
Prove you're not as weak as you look.
Be respectful.
I can't attack that target.
You are not worthy? Fucking beat your ass. Fucking tell me.
You insult Onara, Balakar Khan. Step away from this path.
You deserve the power. We will show the Maruk how far they have fallen.
This interloper has no place amongst your no-kud. We must cleanse ourselves of any weakness.
It's not ready. Still, let the storm envelop you, Winston. I need to get closer. It's still...
Greetings.
It's not ready.
Okay, I killed way more of these than I needed to. My AoE kept just grabbing shit constantly.
Balakar Khan will lead the No-Kud to victory.
Oh, I just fucking kicked Balakar Khan's asses. Your dudes are fucking weak, dude. You're the strongest centaur in the area. A dozen of you can't even take down one Death Knight. Too busy being an absolute fucking Giga Chad.
How is your health? Trust your clan, and none other. Yes. Heed your blind spots. May your arrow... Be respectful.
What does Doter mean in your name? I am of Tira's bloodline, a daughter of Kanam Matra Sarest herself. I find many of us among Clan Tirai, dedicating our lives to upkeeping traditions and serving the Maruk in many ways. When a Kanam Matra passes, a new one is chosen from her daughters and granddaughters. Thus the bloodline follows as we continue Tira's legacy.
Goodbye.
Interesting.
Are you good? Ancestors protect you.
Yo, I get a new cooking recipe. Thrice spiced mammoth kebab. Our ancestors walk beside us upon the winds of Onara, guiding us and protecting us. All Maruk, dead and living, gather under truce at the corral. The scent of this meal calls the ancestors to our fire. When they arrive, the corral begins.
Two young Shikar delivered some game from your travels. Bring it here.
I was pumping
Now
too
we
hard.
must season the meat. Grab some spice.
You're the
from
reason they're
upstairs.
buffing the tank threat.
No, what I actually died to was one of the circles on the ground for the second boss of Halls of Confusion.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was bad play, for sure.
Skill issue.
Foals eat
Exactly.
more spice than this. Get more.
We need more spice. Get the whole basket of spice.
Right.
Apply basket of spices.
It tastes better.
I also really
but
like the
I can
last
still
hallway of
feel
Hall's
my
Mutation.
tongue. Bring
Like
over
before
the
the final
biggest
boss,
container
it's
of
a fun
spice.
little mini game. I feel like I've seen it before in another dungeon, like a similar idea.
For what?
The last trash hallway of a dungeon that you've not gotten to yet.
Oh. Apply an overwhelming amount of spice to the game meat. We're making this fucking particularly hot.
Done. Now that's enough spice to bring Maruk and Tira to the fire.
Like how she goes,
You have the honor
that's almost
of
enough
charring
spice,
the
but I can
roast.
still feel my
Do not
tongue. It's
remove
not
it
hot
from
enough.
the
Get the
fire
biggest thing of
until
spice you
it's
can find.
past blackened.
Like one of the first things she says is, "Oh, that's not even hot enough for the younglings or whatever, for the poles or whatever they call
She's
them."
just lost all of my respect, though. You have the honor of charring the roast. Do not remove it from the fire until it is past blackened. You're gonna ruin it doing it that way.
I mean, yes, to your culture, but to their culture, it's perfect.
Good. The scent is strong.
It's an act of
It
war.
will be easily carried to our ancestors on the wind.
Granted, I don't think
Place
this
it
is
on
for
the offering
for eating.
table.
This is intentionally meant for ceremonial purposes. But it's ruined. You've made a brick, a piece of charcoal. Destroyed this piece of meat. I guess the meat has to die though for ghosts to be able to eat it, so it does make sense.
Be welcome.
Why did you have me burn the meat? Okay, so we can at least we can at least go like, why though? Inara's winds carry the scent of our offering to our ancestors, who live amongst her in the sky. The stronger the scent, the more likely it is to reach the spirits. By overspicing and overcharring our offerings, we make sure the smoke is strong and our ancestors can find their way home.
Farewell.
Okay, so yeah, it's ceremonial.
Well, look at you.
Our ancestors risk much for our future. It is right to invite them to gather alongside us.
Honor the mother.
We got a new recipe that I can't learn yet because I haven't touched cooking yet. Whoa, frames. Where'd my frames go?
A cold front precedes the storm.
Landed on top of a vendor.
Seeks into my bones.
We cannot stop the wind, Seshtang, nor reverse its course. We must be guided.
Well, apparently our tank died,
even
and
into
I just
tumult.
noticed.
Rip.
And he was running from like the end of the hallway.
What would you ask of
And so
Onar?
trash was like going to him. Still, for some reason.
What news do you bring, outsider? Go with Onara's blessing.
Good to be back with my clan.
Do your best.
I shared with Tigari Khan the omen we received before entering Murakai. She expressed her concern as the wind felt cold to her as well. We cultivate certain flowers here, blooms that can be ground and burned to elicit a trance-like effect. They are used to deepen our connection to an omen. Request that you collect some so we may make an incense to burn. With my Khan's help, perhaps we can learn more of Inara's plight.
Off to your next adventure.
You having trouble over there?
Goddamn. We were fucking up bad. It was
Oh.
funny though. Like thinking about that video again, this is not a group that is too worried about the being bad is rude.
Right.
We're just having fun dicking around actually.
I think a lot of the design has inherently been set up to, the way they're implementing a lot of things, especially like how Mythic Plus isn't going to be the same dungeons the entire run. It's got a rotation now of what dungeons are available. I think the idea is to keep everybody... There's a point where there's a degree of what to learn, but each quote-unquote season will change what there is to learn. So it doesn't become daunting to go in. Like, the biggest problem we're having is tanks. Nobody wants to tank because as a tank you set the pace for the dungeon. The expectation now as a tank is you need to know every single route in the most optimal way, and anything that isn't that optimal route will get you flamed in any pug. And if you kill pugs, that's a huge problem because not everybody has groups to play with that are like pre-made. So it becomes difficult to actually get that introduced when the expectation is you know everything inside and out before you've ever done it. So by changing that, you never really get completely used to the dungeons because they're going to change. And then when there's a new season, you can't like, oh,
The storm
now there's the next season, but it's the same 8 dungeons. So you're just getting the same items in the same dungeons. If you're new coming into the patch, like maybe you didn't play the whole patch before, you're coming in, you want to get in. Now it's expected you know everything when you haven't been there. Now you're starting the new patch with the new season, you're learning it on the same level as everybody else is. No one's done this stuff yet, so now there's no routes. You're there learning it as you're going. You know?
May Onara's
I like that. That's important.
Do your best.
Yagari Khan is most well versed in reading omens. With her aid, we can learn more about this omen.
Off to your next
The betrayal
adventure.
threatens Onara herself. We must stand tall, Andranos. Now is a time for
Go
allies.
with Onara's blessing.
We're level 5 renown now. Roki drops a note in your hand. Andranos, Clan Shakar invites you to the Grand Hunt. Meet with trainer Frodrum in the Oanaran Plains.
Oh, our healer died.
Soulstone? Any stoners?
Yeah, I'm getting them. I didn't think it'd be in range. I thought they like died during the event of this thing that like launches you down a hallway.
Hold your dog. Take care which burrows.
Dragonheart, your aid will be welcome in the coming hunts.
Trust your eagle eye.
Okay, whatever I just unlocked, I don't think I have access to yet.
What?
Nakud prefer brute strength and power over all else. We do not see eye to eye on many things.
Message from Sansak Khan.
Are you good?
And still no gear.
Plans of the Plains. While you wait for the emissary to arrive, Sansak Khan is interested to hear how meeting the clans went. She sent for me to find you and tell you to meet her in the center of Morokai to discuss.
May your arrow always lie
Hey,
true.
thanks, Aru. Oh, Roki didn't despawn yet. While there are many clans among the plains, the 4 you have formerly met hold the most power. It is vital to your peaceful stay in our lands that you know their specialties. Time to test what you have learned. Do you feel prepared? Oh no, there's a fucking quiz. Oh, which clan upholds our ancestors' traditions and guides to the Maruk according to their ways?
I guessed so hard with that quest, and I still got it. Like one try. It's like, yes.
Try again.
This one. A clan is made up of centaur from across the plains have owned a special connection to our god. That's this one. Okay. Which clan is the newest to rise to power and maintain the largest standing military force? That's this one. Which clan specializes in owning their skills and hunting game across the plains? That's this one. Okay. I didn't fuck it up. I only fucked it up once. Let's take the Onir pendant, because that gives haste mastery. Well, there are many clans of various sizes throughout the plains. Shakar, Tarai, Onir, and Nokud hold the most power.
Make way! The emissary from the green Dragonflight has arrived!
And they replace Cartel's eye as proof of initiation. Throw that in the bank later.
It is my honor to represent my flight. It has been many years since our people connected.
Who is talking? Oh.
I
Imasath.
come seeking aid from your Arcana mantra. I
like how
request you let her know
the dungeon
I am
finder
prepared.
doesn't even show you like the mythic dungeons yet. Are you not able to like?
No,
queue for them yet?
mythic dungeons. To go into mythic dungeons, you have to go there just like you used to. That's like that. You go there by pre-dungeon finder methods. You have to pre-made group and walk over to them.
Cool. Actually,
yeah, those ones aren't queuable for. You have to make a group for those. You can use the dungeon finder to start a group for them, but you have to walk physically to the dungeon to enter it.
Yeah, I remember that, but no, like I can't RDF into it. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, no, you have to. You set that. You can find a group for them like the group finder works in Wrath Classic because that's the way they stole it from this game to put it into that game. Instead of the old shitty version that existed before Random Dungeon Finder.
In Shadowlands, I swear you could queue into them, but maybe I was...
That's only heroics. Mythics have always been walk to. In Shadowlands, they buffed the dungeons so they were relevant.
I remember what I did. I would like go into the premium groups. That's right. Yeah, I'm remembering now. It's
yeah, the custom part, the pre-made punch, and you go down to dungeons and you can select the dungeon you want to find a group for. But then most of the time, people are there to summon people out to the dungeons. So.
Okay. Okay. Also, I'm seeing that people aren't being stupid with their eye levels on them.
Yeah, no, people stopped doing that once Blizzard came down on, hey, don't be pieces of shit.
No. And Mythic Zeros are still once a day, or are they also spammable?
Nope, Mythic Zeros are once a week.
It's a week?
Yep. They have a weekly lockout on Mythic Zero. Keystones do not have a lockout on them. You can run as many keys as you want, as many times as you have time to do. But Mythic Zeros are a once a week completion. No, I don't know why Keystones don't have a lockout when they drop gear equivalent to raid.
Like, I feel like they don't have a lockout because a lot of people do that as their end game.
Yes, but you can get loot from them as many times as you do them. You never are locked up from, okay, you've done keys, you can keep getting raiding, but you can't get loot from these. You can always get loot from keys. You can kill raid bosses once a week.
Gotcha.
I don't understand that.
Okay.
Not that you're guaranteed to get loot after keys, but I've had weeks where I've gone and done 8 keys and gotten 8 pieces of loot. Not always something I'm going to use, but I've gotten 8 pieces of loot. And then I've had months where I've killed raid bosses and never seen loot. My longest streak is 72 raid bosses and no items. I cleared an 8-man raid for 2 months and never saw loot.
I can actually do a crafting order.
You finally get to the point where crafting orders are like popping up on there now?
Yes, I can actually do this for someone.
There you go.
Oh my god, easy 1,000 gold.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure people are going to be like ridiculously generous. I'm sure people are going to be ridiculously generous with those, but they're going to probably make adjustments to how many people can do per day, and there's going to probably be a degree of control to how that works, because they don't want people to just sit there and just one person can sit and just clear every crafting order forever.
Well, you only have 20 per day.
Oh, they do have a limit on them then. Okay.
Yeah, you only have 20 orders, either a day or per week. I'm not sure.
Okay. At least I knew they were gonna put. They did mention they were gonna put some kind of limitation on it, because they're like, we're not gonna let this just go, or you can just fucking monopolize the entire control of it. They did not want that to happen. They wanted to be very careful with that system being a community effort system and not just one person just rules the market on it.
I'm so sad there was like finally something I could actually craft, and nope, someone swooped it.
I'll admit that I have not left the Emerald Gardens in all my life, and as such, I've never met a centaur, let alone a mortal from the mainland. However, I'm not
things
here.
that are on my crafting order potential right now are like a bunch of PvP rings and shit.
Yeah, because the PvPers are like, just give us the gear and we can just go in and raid, or go in and PvP, because that's PvPers are fucking finally eating good for the first time in too long. First time in literally 3 expansions, PvPers finally have a good environment for PvP.
The issue is the only way to get those recipes is either through the auction house or to actually do PvP.
Yep. But that's the point. They want people to you get what you need from engaging in what you want to engage in.
It makes it annoying when, I mean, if you're trying to crafting order it though, that means you're waiting for someone else to get it. That's also PvPing.
Yep. Or you're PvPing alongside your crafting.
I guess, yeah.
Because crafting's meant to be supplementary, so it's supplementing whatever other thing you're doing. You're going to be able to craft PvP stuff if you're getting the patterns by doing your PvP, and then you're in downtime from PvP going, well, now what do I want to relax and chill, do some crafting. You know?
Yeah. That's fair.
It's the same idea, like, you can craft up to mythic item level stuff, but those reagents are soulbind. So, to have the reagents to craft them, you're going to need to go do mythic raiding.
There's another thing that, like, is always up that people are trying to get crafting ordered, is the elemental lariat.
Yes, that is the like very desirable thing right now.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what the fucking primal storms are and how do I get to them.
That are pain in the ass, and I think you're limited to how many you can get per week actually too. They're the chase item.
I don't even know where they are.
I don't either. I'm not high enough to figure out anything on it. I know I've heard people talking about it. It's like a chase item that's there's a limitation of how many you can get per week, and they're like super rare. But it's again one of those by design things, and they're done that way to intentionally prevent monopolization. Is that it's designed impeccably to prevent people from abusing it.
Another thing it looks like I need to do a lot of is actually get my Ascara renown up, because a lot of recipes are tied into a lot of the things that are up right now are tied into that.
Yeah, I think that might be that's defending the soup.
Yep. And you know all the Tuskar quests.
Well, yeah, but defending the soup.
I did one of those last night, and it was, oh my god, there was so much going on. I could not keep track of what was going on.
Yep. I think that's the biggest thing is I really want them to have a Final Fantasy XIV has settings where you can turn off particle effects for abilities. Not like the things that show up on the ground to show you where an ability is coming from, but you can turn off, okay, I only want to see my party's ability effects, or I only want to see my ability effects. You can't turn off like boss abilities, so you can always see what a boss is doing, so you know what the boss's effects are. But like, I can have it show only the visual effects for my abilities, and it turns off everybody else's visual effects. I don't see people not in my party. I don't see people in my party's ability. I only see mine, and it gets rid of a ton of the screen clutter.
Yeah,
World of Warcraft does not have that. So like, you show people combat from this game, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, that's a great question. I also have no idea.
Because that's a setting that was like pretty much standard in Lost Ark because of all the bullshit you had
Yep,
to...
Lost Ark has it. Final Fantasy XIV has it. I believe Star Wars The Old Republic has it. I know Elder Scrolls Online has it. I think Guild Wars 2 has it. I really want them to add that to this game, because being able to turn off other people's spell effects is an incredible setting. It's probably some weird thing that has to get uncoupled from other stuff, which is one of those, we uncoupled spell effects. Kalimdor has ceased to exist. Shit.
Oh boy.
I always reference that because there was a hotfix they made to, I think, one of the druid abilities back in Cataclysm.
Beerbeck, sorry.
Oh. No, I'll tell them, but yeah, they basically deleted Kalimdor in the process. However, I'm not here as a kindly visit, but rather to plead to the Centaur's aid in securing our Oathstone and protecting our charge. I am glad to see that you are here here to help as well. There's much to discuss. Oh, we have all kinds of things to talk about. What is the charge of the Green Dragonflight? The Green Dragonflight is charged with the protection of nature and, most importantly, the Emerald Dream. It is a beautiful, spiritual, ever-shifting realm of natural wonder, a mirror of Azeroth as it may have one day been, or may still become. It is a world of healing, though it has experienced many of its own nightmares. What is the relationship between the Green Dragonflight and the Maruk Centaur? Over 10,000 years ago, the Centaur came to the Dragon Isles, looking for a place to call home. They laid claim to the vast open plains near our gardens. At the beginning, Centaur and Dragon were foes, hunting each other and fighting over territory. The Centaur's first matriarch, Tira, and Marithra herself were the first to fight alongside each other. They proved the strength of Centaur and Dragon together, that it would be only beneficial to their people to lay down arms against each other. They made a pact of respect to stay out of each other's way, but to provide aid to each other when their livelihoods were threatened. Though it has been generations for the Centaur, Marithra hopes that the pact may still stand. What's going on in the Emerald Gardens? You know of the Primalists? You peace.
Oh, I just realized the cider left.
Okay, something's broken. I keep getting kicked out of my dialogue option here. But no, basically what I was talking about was back in Cata, they hotfixed a druid ability. And when the servers came back, or when they put the hotfix out, it changed some, like, numerical value to how hots worked. And they thought they could just hotfix it in. Well, they hotfixed it in, and Kalimdor ceased to exist. So they had to roll back the server to undo the hotfix. So all the servers had to go down. They had to emergency maintenance the game, roll back the servers, undo the patch, and it had to go to a cold fix update after retesting it, because hot fixing in the change to fix the problem, because it was causing druids to make people unkillable because hots were rolling too hard. But in fixing that, whatever number they changed somehow caused the world server for Kalimdor to cease to exist. And that's how programming works. That's why you can't just go, oh, let's just make this a thing. It don't work like that. You can't just fix it. Been launching attack after attack in War Garden since the Green Dragons returned. While the dragons are mighty, their flight has lost much over the years, and skirmishes have ended in a stalemate. Arthur hopes the Centaur can help us turn the tide. Okay?
Your support is welcome. Our forces are
I like that they've made sure that all of these characters are able to explain stuff that people coming into the expansion won't have any idea. I'm like, what do the green dragons do? What do the red dragons do? Why do we care about the ruby life pools? Well, here's why. And it's all the dialogue is there for you to learn that.
We cannot empower our oaths.
People, I love the people who like have come over from Final Fantasy to try the game out. Are like, is that not normal? No. Unfortunately, that is not a normal thing.
That the Kanamatra upholds her ancestors'
okay,
act to
that's a
aid us
much
in
harder
this time
time.
of need.
Wow. Let's try that again. Go for gold.
Cannot linger in Centaur lands. I must return to the gardens as soon as I am able. Kanamatra has agreed to hear our plea for aid. She awaits my arrival at the top of the Krutal, the central building of Murakai. I must speak with her on my own first.
bad.
You are more than
Okay.
welcome to join us.
I
What?
speak with the Kanamatra.
Sorry, I'm doing...
I implore you to join us when you are able.
Sorry, the race I'm doing,
Uh-huh.
one of the advanced ones, has another mechanic that stops you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a straight up time stop?
A straight up like wall, pretty much. Like in like the best flight lines, they're like have set up stuff that if you hit 2 of them in a row, you just get stopped.
Oh.
So they're saying, hey, figure it out, figure out another way.
Cutscene time.
The Maruk, too, have been plagued by these primalists. If Onora wills it, I will blow the horn of Dressal on the morrow to signal our accord with the Green Dragonflight.
Marithra, daughter of Ysera, is grateful for your... Grateful? Ha! Dragons only respect dragons. No Maruk blood will be spilled for them.
You are not the Kanamatra, Balakar.
A true leader would never surrender this land to outsiders. You desecrate the memory of Maruk Thousandbones, Serist.
Stand down.
No. These plains belong to the Maruk. And Marukai belongs to the Nakud!
What is this shit?
Wow, I was still gonna get gold with that run. Holy
Dude just
shit.
fucking lightning bolted my fucking emissary. Alright, well, you're fucking dead. You piece.
You piece of garbage.
Have you eaten?
That traitorous fool. Kato spits on the ground.
May your family
Alucard
bless
disgraces his clan. He leads them into the storm. Wow, why does he keep doing that?
What roads have you traveled? Farewell.
Blinded by his lust for power, the betrayal reveals their fragility. Cut them down.
See you soon.
Okay.
Pathetic excuses for Centaur are beneath me. But here, take care of these weaklings.
I don't need an excuse to kill a guy who's willing to just mercilessly murder someone I literally just met.
Oh no, I did a rock.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting gold on this one right now.
Oh, I don't have the death grip refreshes on Killing Blow. Okay. It looks like it's like almost in there, honestly.
Whoa, fuck, holy shit. So
Would you be able to put it in from the other side? Oh. What does the rim do? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Get it in without... Can you get it in without the rim?
No.
Put it in without the rim first, and I'll see if I can get the rim to fit on it. Oh, and just... Oh, and just, like, turn it another direction? Oh. Because you rammed it in there, now it's... Okay, I see what you mean.
For the gold time for this course I'm doing? In the
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hang on. Oh. Let me finish this up real quick, and then I'll get a stopping point, okay? Oh, okay. He might need help with the light, so I may have to finish up for a bit.
It's too far away.
I think he put the light in sideways, or he thinks he put it in the wrong way, which looking at it from the bathroom earlier, I was like, oh, I see what's wrong. When I was looking at it, I was even thinking like, it looks like it's in sideways. Like he put it in the wrong direction.
The gold time for this course is 52 seconds. I'm like getting 52.6.
I still love the couple of golds I got that I got like within like 1/1000th of a fucking gold split. Alright, the Nakud got their asses handed to them. Who's up here? Oh, it's the scout.
Speak up.
Nakud drool over war stories of our kind's ancient past. In truth, they are weak, play-acting children. With one strike of lightning, they have severed their connection to Onara. Well, they will walk the path of corruption to seek war, then we will indulge them. Of course, Bahir was left in command to cover his escape. Her blood will soon stain the ground.
Finally.
Alright, let's go kill Guard Bahir then. So basically, the Nakud are a bunch of fucking gun-toting Keikonas who have no idea about their own history. That's what I'm gathering here. And now they've done unspeakable things because they're big dumb. Okay. Cindy having a fucking stun on it's so fucking good.
That's very nice.
It's funny because I have nothing against people who like guns, honestly. I have a problem with people who don't respect guns, but like guns, and that's the problem. Mizuki. What are you doing? Leave that alone. I fly.
Greetings.
Belikar was an easy target for Coralith's corrupting influence. Storm has arrived. What did I just unlock? Got a helmet? Crit haste on it. Ooh. And I get the renewed Proto-Drake maned tail unlock.
Come back in one piece.
So do you get the do you get like the other dragon at like a higher level or something?
It's as you progress through the story that you get them.
Oh, okay, they show up from later on then.
Yeah. Like pretty much at the end of Alderaan, you'll get the green one.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna get it at like max level because I'm doing literally 100% of everything.
Exactly, yeah, you're gonna be a bit.
The path they've chosen now is stained with blood. Scout Tumult tried to warn us this might happen. She may have further suspicions. I don't blame her. Clan Nukud's army is taking Marakal. Let's discuss our next moves in the Khan chambers. We must keep the Maruk safe.
May your ancestors guide you.
Clan Nokud has made their choice. They betray the Maruk for power.
The storm crests the horizon. It grows dark.
My promise to the emissary
Blingtron 7000? Let's go.
It seems
Okay,
the
it's
Maruk and the
this fucking
dragons
middle of the
need
road
each other
area.
once again.
This middle section of the course that is slowing me down a lot.
Khans, ready your clans for war. Outsider. You must be the dragon seeker Sansok Khan told me about. If you aim to help the dragons, you can help us. The daughters of Tyros smile on you.
The very lifeblood of the Maruk is in danger.
Good luck.
Balakar will marshal his forces for war. I will do the same, but we are outnumbered. Dragons have asked for our aid, and we can use their help to even the odds. Oops, I clicked too
Follow
quickly.
the wind.
Answer their call for an alliance. I must blow the horn of Drushal, but I need Onara's blessing. Will you help me? Go to Tirakai and deliver my declaration of war to my lieutenant Jibotai. He will marshal my forces and direct you to the mystics who can find Onara.
Take some, make haste. We must rally our forces and find Onara before Balakar can bring his army to bear.
I would be surprised if I don't see some of the High Mountain Tauren, specifically the Skyhorns, out here. They actually follow Onara as their god. Like, I would be very surprised if there's not an area out here where I can see Lasan Skyhorn.
Man, this is tough. I'm glad it's tough, but...
Really funny if I landed here and then started looking around. I was like, oh, there he is.
Be respectful. May your arrow always lie true.
I also might be making it tougher on myself by not having all the dragon
This is sacred land.
glyphs.
Go well.
Oh yeah.
More
To be fair though, like it is
bigger.
fun to like do stuff the hard way like that though. I do enjoy that.
Get some rest.
Like I said, the time is a 52 second to get the gold, and I got a 52.6 with all that stuff. So
I would say it's probably doable then.
yeah.
Nope, we got quests. Need your help to prevent an atrocity.
My hearth
What I'm here
awaits.
for.
Oh bullshit.
Up to Nokud.
Okay,
The Nokud and Ukel clans have overtaken the Eternal Kurgans. Their purpose can only be malign. Our most esteemed ancestors are buried there. I sent Initiate Zorg to investigate. He has still not returned. He's capable but lacking in confidence. Please help him put a stop to their foul
Where will
activities.
the wind take you?
Desecrating the dead? Well, guess I gotta go killing again.